Hello and welcome to Build Up to a Good Game. Kickoff is just an hour and 2 minutes away from the Molyneux. An hour and 7 minutes, I should say, which means the lineups are 7 minutes away. Gonzo, the news is out now. Declan Rice is out for up to 6 weeks, but forget the longevity of it. Let's just talk about tonight's game. We're missing Declan for tonight. Bad news.
It is bad news. We are woefully short in that area of the pitch. For us to sustain any kind of momentum, we needed those two players, and I'm talking about Declan Rice and Thomas Souček, to remain fit. We have an over-reliance on them because they play all the minutes. Neither of them really get substituted today, but because they're so good for West Ham, they're also so good for their international teams as well. So it was always a risk. Was it always likely to happen? No, but it was always a risk. You needed somebody else in there. We needed somebody else that could not only cover, but do the job that they can do. Now we're going to have to do something very differently, both in this game and, as you alluded to, in the long term.
What are you hoping to see different tonight then?
A bit of innovation, maybe something slightly different. He may have to change. He may have to change formation. He may have to do something. What I don't want to see is the same thing as before, and then Mark Noble pretending to be Declan Rice. That can't happen. So he's almost going to have to split the jobs. Now, that may well be that actually he says to Souček, right, you're going to be the defensive midfielder. We'll still take you up for set pieces, but you're not going to make your runs into the box during open play. And then maybe he'll bring Fornals in and Lingard in the middle and make the middle busy, do something different. I mentioned this in the Patreon breakfast this morning. Not something I've particularly ever wanted to see, because I don't think he's technically good enough. But Diop being in there for defensive midfield or something like that, or just changing formation. I'm not suggesting I said Masuaku, something innovative that is imagination rather than just saying, there you go, Mark Noble, bang, you're going in there.
Well, you might get some good news in 5 minutes. The one thing that's sort of not disappointing as such, the news got leaked a little bit, but that doesn't influence Wolves too much because Connor Cody was obviously an England setup. So when Declan Rice left England camp with his knee brace on, Connor Cody would have seen it and went back to Wolves and said, listen, Rice ain't playing against us, kind of thing. So I do think Wolves will have been set up for no Declan Rice in this one. But the way Nuno goes about things, he tends to not really adapt his formation anyway. We do need to see a little bit of invention from David Moyes. And I want to see something different. The lineup is what it supposedly is. Be interesting to get your sort of reaction to that in 3-4 minutes time. But I just think Declan's irreplaceable. We don't have someone like him in this team. There is nobody that you can take in and replace him. We like when Ogbonna was out, we took Diop in. Is he as good as Ogbonna? Probably not, but he's a centre back. He goes in there. If Bowen wasn't playing, you take in Ben Rama. It's fine. You've got like for like ish replacements there. There just isn't one for Declan Rice. Is this a big opportunity for Moyes to perhaps try and blood Connor Coventry in some form?
Well, absolutely. We discussed it this morning, of course. This would be probably not the sensible thing to do, but this would be the brave thing to do. Terry Wesley's given a glowing report on him very recently. We know he's been called up to the Republic of Ireland squad. Whenever I've seen him play, he looks really good. Josh Cullen has now gone, and this would seem like the ideal time to put him in. And I wouldn't mind, either be innovative or put Connor Coventry in. That makes more sense. We're going to need legs. We really do need legs. As I've mentioned this morning, Declan Rice may not be the fastest player in the world, but once he gets going, he does eat up quite a lot of ground. He is mobile. You're not going to get a player that does everything that Rice does. You're not going to get somebody that is developed a long passing game, that does the interceptions, does the tackles, travels up the field with a ball, takes the ball to the opposition, and has been our captain this season. Let's not forget that, of course. No, you're not going to get that, but that's why he has to devise a system and maybe say, right, Souček, you do the tackling. Maybe Coventry, right, you're going to be there for the passing. Lingard, you're going to do the travelling with the ball, and just do something like that. But I'd like to see Coventry, yeah.
I believe he's not even in the squad. He's not even on the bench, which would be disappointing. I have to admit, it would be disappointing. I use this when it's youngsters on the bench, when they don't come on. And like Mipo or Debeco is a prime example. Well, when are we going to play him? We're not going to play him when we're 1-0 down, 1-1. When are we going to bring the guy on? And it's a bit like this for Coventry now. We now have two centre midfielders in Souček and and Mark Noble, and that is it. This guy can't get onto the bench then, and when are we going to see him, if ever? So we'll wait and see if he's out, if he's on the bench. He may be on the bench, but he's definitely not starting, which is understandable. Like you said, it would have been a gamble. It would have been brave of David Moyes, but I do think maybe that's what we've needed. How's your confidence before you see the lineup? How's your confidence at the minute?
Well, obviously lessened somewhat because of the news. However, we are not a one-man team. Let's get that straight. We've got some really good players in the team. Our biggest assist getter, I think, is Aaron Cresswell. He's still playing. Jesse Lingard's been on fire. Antonio's still there and is a massive threat. So, Sue Fowler's been getting man of the matches. Dawson's an aerial threat. Souček. We've got good players. We're not a one-man team, but this is a puzzle that needs to be solved. How confident am I? Less so than before, but I still think we can win the game.
Interesting. That's interesting. That is. My confidence has come down a little bit. I'm a bit like you. I'm clinging to the fact that we still have our main attacking players available. We don't have Ogbonna, but that defence has been playing together for a few weeks now. They should be used to playing without Ogbonna. Moyes has known about the injury, you would assume, since Wednesday night. You'd imagine as soon as that England game was finished, Moyes would have got the heads up that there's something wrong with Declan Rice. The boys are in training, might have been in Thursday, but certainly were there Friday. So Moyes has been able to get them ready. He's been able to prepare for this. This isn't an injury in the warm-up or anything like that. He has known for a while, for a few days at least, that Declan Rice is unavailable. Anyway, that is quarter past, which means one thing, doesn't it? It means the lineup should be out. So let's have a little look and take a look and gander at the West Ham team. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Lucas Fabianski starts in goal, and we've got a back three of Craig Dawson, Issa Diop, and Aaron Cresswell, with the wing backs of Vladimir Coufal and Arthur Masuaku returns. It looks like we've got a middle three. I believe it's three in the middle with Thomas Souček, Mark Noble, and Pablo Fornals, with a front two of Jesse Lingard and Michail Antonio. Now, obviously, it could be like that 3-4-3 we used to do with Lingard and Fornals either side of Antonio, but I think it's a 5-3-2 kind of formation. And what's your initial reactions then?
Well, I hope Masuaku's fit. I understand he played some under-23 games, but I am pleased to see him in there. This is the formation that worked so well against them when we thrashed them, obviously. Lacks a bit of pace, clearly. What can you do? I don't know. I mean, the midfield thing is still a worry, it has to be said. I'd like to see how we start, how we set up. But we still have some attacking intent there. Not as many attackers as I'd like, to be honest. There's going to be a massive responsibility on Masuaku and on Coufal to provide some attacking impetus here, because I am a little bit worried about where everyone's going to play. Souček's going to have to sit back a lot because Noble cannot cover the ground that Declan Rice covers. I mentioned this in the build-up today. When we play this system, Aaron Cresswell goes forward to attack. Whenever he goes forward to attack, Declan Rice drops into left centre-back. That's not going to happen today. Mark Noble can't do that job. So does that mean that Aaron Cresswell is not going to be allowed to go forward as much? I don't know. This is going to be really interesting to see how we do this, though. Yeah,
I think I've got a bit of mixed emotions about this one, really. I kind of get it. I think this is the most obvious thing to do in regards to who's available for him. The one thing that playing wing-backs does do is it allows us to attack from the sides rather than through the middle. When we were playing forward at the back, there's a bit more emphasis on being a bit creative in the middle of the park, and that probably puts a bit more pressure on Mark Noble, whereas this formation probably says to Mark Noble, don't worry about the final third of the pitch. You just concentrate being in the middle of the park, moving the ball around, and let Masuaku and Coufal go forward and join up with Lingard and Antonio. Let them two, and Fornals probably, let them go forward. You just stay there. You do not need to enter the final third. There's no reason for you to. Your struggles is somewhat through your legs. Let's restrict the amount of ground Mark Noble has to cover, if you like, so hopefully then he can cover. The bench is a bit of a strange one. Martin and Trott, and then we've also got Fredericks, Johnson, Balbuena and Alves, with Bowen, Benrahma and Mipo Odebeko. Now, the one thing that there's no Manuel Lanzini there. He's the obvious missing person. But obviously, the kind of commentary, it could be this whole bubble thing with under 23 that's stopping him getting into the squad for tonight. It might just be to do with the bubble for COVID and stuff. But the bench is a bit You're either a defender or a striker.
Well, absolutely. There's no midfielders there, which means what are you doing? Relying on Noble playing 90 minutes as well. This is a worry. This is a worry now. Now we are seeing the frailty of the squad. As I say, it doesn't mean we'll lose. We're still very capable of winning this game. You'd like to think that they would have, if that had been the case with Coventry, they would have got him out of that bubble the moment Declan came back from international duty. How long does it take? I don't know. Can you do it in 5 days with a couple of tests? I don't know. Maybe you can't. But I would have thought they could have done something like that. To have no midfield, what's he going to do? What's he going to do if one of those midfielders? I guess he will have to play Ben Rama central. He'll have to change the system slightly. I don't know, but it ain't great, is it?
Well, the Wolves have got a very attacking team out. Are you ready for it? Patricio in goal. He's okay after his knock earlier on before the international break. Al-Nouri is left back. Saiss and Cody in the middle, and Semedo right back as they play a back four with Neves and Dendoncker centre midfield. Willian Oze up front with an attacking trio behind him of Neto, Prudence, and Adama Traore.
Crikey.
That's a tasty attack.
It is. It really is. It really is. Yeah, I like Traore. I like Prudence. You like Neto.
None of us like Willian Oze, though.
I never heard of him.
He joined in January. He's not scored a goal.
Oh, has he not?
Yet.
Well, yet.
Where's that word?
We'll get him in a bet, shall we? It's a worry. Yeah, less confident now. I mean, clearly they're going for it. But let's hope we have to attack. It's really important we don't just sit back for this one now. We're going to have to attack them as well because, look, Cody got a massive run around from Antonio last time. We have to get that duel going again. We have to get him trying to isolate that defender. That's very, very important. The midfield, I think the midfield is not that mobile as well. Neves, Dendoncker in there as well. So I think there's an opportunity for Lingard certainly to get in and about them and carry the ball and travel with the ball. It's hard to find positives in that, has to be said. Yeah,
I'm a bit like, I've seen our team and thought, and I've just seen the Wolves team and I'm thinking, even more now. It's a very attacking team from them. They've been a bit toothless up front, but now Prudence is back from his injury as well. If I was a Wolves fan, I'd probably be feeling quite good about this game, actually. Looking at West Ham, thinking they're missing Rice. Look at the team that we've got here. That's a good team, that Wolves team. That's a good side. Wolves' bench, just for anyone tuning in, is Ruddy, Hoover, Fabio Silva, Gibbs White, Vitinha, Richards, Kilman, Otsawawi, and Marquez. That's their bench for tonight's game as well. Are you feeling?
Less so after seeing their team. But we've been here before. We have been here before. We have been here before the Aston Villa game in particular, saying, what on earth's going on here? Look at the bench, it's awful, and look at this and look at that. We can still do this. We can still do this. But it's a worry that those three attacking players are a big concern, no doubt about it.
We'll do our bet now. For those that don't know, that are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you're watching this on Facebook or Twitter, head over to YouTube and search Hammers Chat. Subscribe to the channel. Drop a like on it if you can. That'll help us out. It'll be much appreciated. We're going to get a little bet together now. We're going to think up of a phrase and pop it. And if you say the phrase in live chat, you're entered. If bet wins, we give it away. Hopefully we can win someone some dollar on Easter Monday. Is it called Easter Monday?
It's not called dollar. I know that much. It is. I think it is Easter Monday. Yeah, it's Easter Monday.
Anyway, What are you fancying?
At Williams to score.
I feel like we've kind of got to.
Yeah. Go on. It's about winning people money. Go on. Williams.
Willian Oze is going in. The Wolves striker is going in to score a goal. He will get subbed though, but we'll put him in.
Yeah. But should we say West Ham to win to really boost it up as well, though?
That would really boost it up. Right. Anything else?
Noble to get a card.
Okay, I'll put in a Wolves card. Anyone from Wolves to get booked. Michael Oliver's referee. He's one of the best referees in the league today, actually. So we don't have the John Moss thing going on tonight's game. Right, which that's big money. Right, so whack a fiver on that. Right, if this bet wins, we're giving someone 500 quid. £500. Well, we'll do two. We'll do two winners. 250 each.
Yeah.
Okay, two people will win if this bet lands. 250 quid each. And we need Willian Arose, the Wolves striker, to score a goal. West Ham to win the game. Mark Noble to be booked, and Wolves to get a booking. Any Wolves player to get a yellow card. 250 quid for two different people. To enter in the live chat, please put the following phrase.
What a ruddy mess.
There you go. Brilliant. Get that in the live chat. And if it wins, two people are getting 250 quid. Oh, Gonzo, I'm not feeling too confident now. When we did the preview, I was feeling really confident. I've been fine. And then you discover the Declan Rice one. You think, oh, okay, it just got a bit more difficult now. And I have to say, I've seen that Wolves team, and it's got even more difficult now. And when I was confident, I wasn't predicting a thumping or anything. I was predicting a win, perhaps a comfortable win, but that was it. I wasn't predicting a hiding or that. So I'm a bit nervous, to be honest with you. I'm really, really nervous for this one because I don't want to say our season's over because Rice is injured, but if we were to lose tonight, it would certainly feel that way. And I think a win tonight would just give us a little bit of hope that actually maybe we can just grind something out of this season without Declan being involved.
Yeah, I think he's got two jobs really, which is to come up with something tonight to win the game, and then to come up with something else to get us through the remaining games. Because I don't think this will do it. I do think we can beat Wolves, but we have to go for it. We have to attack them, because it's Wolves. And whilst I do think that those three players that we highlighted in their attack are going to be very dangerous, they all bring something different as well. I still think they're not a team, particularly bearing in mind our previous result, that you have to defend against. We are going to come up against a couple of teams after that who we are going to have to defend against. So I think he's going to need to do something a little differently here. We have a massive, because otherwise, if it doesn't work tonight, then we do have a massive problem. Because if the question was what happens when Declan Rice gets injured, and this is the solution, and this doesn't work, then it brings up another question.
Here's a question from you. Irish Tommy has said, when we don't win when Noble plays, we take a point right now. Those watching live, get your comments into the live chat. We'll get them up on the screen. It can be your score prediction, thoughts on the West Ham team, thoughts on the Wolves team, anything. Just get them in, and we'll have a little look. Do you agree, Tommy? Would you take a point right now?
No, I mean, I agree with the first part, which is we don't win when Noble plays. That's just the statistics. No, I wouldn't take a point. No, I think that every stat has to come to an end, doesn't it? But I do believe that doesn't bode well from now until the end of the season. Whilst we can buck the trend now, where that stat does become important is if you play the next, whatever it is, 9 games, then that stat becomes more important.
I wouldn't take a point either. Everton are winning at the minute as we speak against Crystal Palace, which is not good for us. The results have gone our way so far. Liverpool won, and now Everton are winning, and that probably puts a bit of pressure on us actually going into this. And it says you have to win. You need to win against Wolves. I do think that if we don't win, our aspirations of European football will somewhat be darkened a little bit. I won't be so hopeful anymore. It'll put a massive pressure going into the other fixtures against Leicester and Chelsea. It's something we don't need. We need to win tonight. Anyway, James Yeoman says that we should have always had a backup plan for this situation. And this is what worries me. It feels like we have just been relying on Rice and Souček just remaining fit for the entire season. And it was somewhat naive.
Yeah, well, I think the selling of Cullen was silly, really. You felt, because he was always questioned on it, wasn't he? He was always questioned on what he would do if Mikel Antonio was injured. And he said, we have options. He discussed it at length, but you never really heard him give an answer. I never really heard him questioned about what he'd do about Rice and Souček. So we don't know the answer. This may well be his backup plan.
Yeah, Steph says that we don't want to see Noble running around like a headless chicken. Should have put Fornals and Souček in the middle. I think that's what I would have done. I think I'd have put Fornals in there. And then, I don't know, I would have possibly played Ben Rama. I wonder if Moyes would have wished he'd done something different. Now he's seen the Wolves team. I wonder if Moyes had looked at that and thought, crikey, that's a bit more attacking than I was expecting. I wish I have an extra attacker from there, go toe-to-toe with them. But what I will say is we've still got that set pieces in our locker. And if you look at that Wolves team, there's not much height in there. Cody and Sai, sure, they're both really good in the air. Semedo's what I would consider average. Al-Nouri's quite, I don't know if he's tall, he's certainly quite skinny. He's just a young, skinny lad. Then Donker's good in the air. But that front four, as good as they are going forward, they're useless defending a set piece at the back. So whenever we get a corner or a free kick within decent range, I'll be getting a bit hopeful, actually. I'll be looking at our team thinking, all right, we've got Solskjaer, we've got Dawson, Antonio, Diop, let's see if we can do something. We've still got Creswell, who's one of the best at set pieces in the league in terms of assists and whatnot. So we might be going back to the whole let's grind out kind of thing, but that's all right. I'll take the ugliest 1-0 ever tonight. I will come on here buzzing because it's cup final stuff. We've got 9 cup finals now. The cup finals is about the result and the result only. Forget performances, forget pretty football. There's no fans there to entertain anyway. It's all about just getting the win. Gary says, though, however, if he goes for a point, we are going to lose this game.
Yeah, that's true, but he can't go for a point, Gary. He just can't. Even Moyes will know that will not do it for this one. There's no point in this one going for a point. I would almost understand it if in the next game Declan Rice was coming back and the team, but there's no point. You have to get the 3 points now. Moyes will know that as well. Particularly if Everton are winning as well. He needs 3 points as many games as possible.
Let's keep these going. Paul says, do you think bringing in Balbuena, partner Dawson, and push Diop into Phil Rice's position would have been better?
Well, I would have liked to see some form of innovation there, actually. Again, people have mentioned it throughout the season. Why don't we try Diop in there? I never wanted us to do it because I didn't feel there's a need to do it, but something different would have been good. Now, I don't think he's quite technically good enough to play in there. We needed another midfielder in the squad. It's quite funny, actually, because Moyes always said that he likes to carry five centre-backs in his squad. He said it a number of times. It's reported. Again, never any mention of how many central midfielders he likes to carry in his squad. So again, it's something else to think about.
Defensive manager. Vernon says it's a gamble that Masuaku is going to hit the ground running. I do think he's obviously had that reserve game, 2 weeks training now during the international break. I think, given the fact we've not got Yarmolenko in there and he's been a bit cautious with Fredericks at times, I do think he is quite careful managing injuries sometimes. Bar Antonio, he did rush Antonio back that game, but bar him, he's been quite cautious. I do hope that that's what it is. I'm hoping that Masuaku just is able to provide that attacking. One thing we've always said is when he doesn't play, we lack someone that gets the ball and just runs with it. We've now got that, and that's what we're saying we're lacking with Declan Rice now. Someone that covers the ground. We've now got that in Masuaku, just in a different part of the pitch. It's now on the left rather than the centre. And I wouldn't be surprised to see 60% of our attacks come down our left-hand side tonight, and there's no problem with that. I guess the issue is you've only got one guy to really aim for in the box for when it comes to heading, but this is why you've got to allow Noble to stay the hell back to allow Souček to continue his runs into the box there. Alex says that he doesn't understand the Noble hate. He thinks he's been played out of position when he's been played, and he can play well in midfield. Moyes clearly trusts him, and so does he.
I don't think it's hate.
It's I think it's
concern,
frustration. I think it's frustration with the squad depth that we are. I don't know. I love Noble as much as the next guy, kind of thing. I'm not keen on him playing tonight because when the guy Mark Noble himself is saying I shouldn't be playing this much football, that's an alarm bell. And I don't know, that area of the park Mark Noble's now occupying tonight, he's going to possibly have Providence running at him, who is one of the fastest players in the Premier League. He's not going to be able to keep up with him. If one of those Wolves attacking front three goes past Noble, it's done. They're now running at our defence. There's no chance of Noble getting back and catching him or anything like that. So Noble's almost got to play very close to our centre-backs today. He's got to play very close and do not allow space in there. You allow space, you're just asking for trouble. Will says that Wolves are 14th for a reason. West Ham win. Dana says we need a man of the match performance from Mark Noble. Ralph says, Ralph enjoying the sun. That was Ralph from Spain. He's changed it. He's just enjoying the sun now. Maybe he's moved. He says it's Moyes. He's going for a point. Mark says like Masuaku's a game changer. Soufal should have been tried in centre back. Defensive midfield. By the way, wink.
Well, would have been. No. I mean, funny enough, I said the same about Masuaku this morning, didn't I? Just do something else in there. I mean, that's what that's why you maybe have a backup plan. He's very keen to David Moyes to tell you who can play as a centre forward when you don't have one. I'd like to know who can play as a central midfielder when you don't have one. We may well have to find out. If one of those central midfielders gets an injury, we may well have to find out.
Matthew says Diop can't pass in regards to him playing centre midfield. Peter Darla says this will actually prove how much we need to keep Rice. I mean, this injury could be the reason we do keep him in the summer.
Well, it may be the reason we lose him as well.
Yeah, possibly. Lord says will Diop win a header? Being 7 foot tall, he should, but he doubts it. Liam says he thinks that Noble and Suchek will be fine. It's when all three of them play, it's too negative. I think that's a fair comment. They tend to get in the way when they all play. They all do similar things and play the short passes. And the problem is you put Fornals in there, and I don't think Fornals is overly more adventurous than them either. He's quite short passing. He may be a bit more positive in his play and he wants to go forward with it, but he's not going to be running around dribbling past people.
No, I do think that's a good point as well. We'll see. Look, hopefully, as I say, we are capable of winning this game. We really are.
Hardy says Mark Noble deserves more credit. If he just sits and recycles possession, he doesn't see a problem. Doesn't see a problem with him playing. Benedict says he thinks Noble will have a good game. Could be his final season. He wants to go with some improvement. Well, it's not his final season. Next season's his final season, Benedict. He's here for another year. So if you don't think he's good tonight, then you can be worried for next season. Adam says, can anyone see my comments? Can you see the comment? No, I can't see it.
Who said that?
I don't know. I can't remember his name. Daniel said Rice's first game not playing since May 2019.
Wow. Quite a record, isn't it? Quite a record.
It's done all right, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it just shows. That's why he's built up so many games at such a young age. Absolutely fantastic.
A 4-4, 1-1 or 4-3-3 would have been more refreshing to see and actually saw our intent to win a game. Well, it might have done. I do think bringing Masuaku in is key.
Yeah, I don't mind this. I mean, as somebody said earlier, bringing Masuaku in was a gamble. He was going to have to gamble. The moment he lost Rice, he had to gamble. And I don't mind that one. I did a video a week or so ago saying that now, don't get me wrong, I didn't predict Rice to get injured, but I thought as soon as Moyes could use Masuaku, he would. I thought this for some time. He's become quite an important part of the way Moyes wants to play.
I love my stats, as you know, Gonzo, but some of them are a bit silly. Do you want to see a silly stat? And I don't mean to click on like this subscriber because he's a good subscriber of ours, Liam. He does comment and watch a lot and stuff. He says we're one game without Rice since December 2018. Bear in mind, we've just been told he's played at the start every game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we haven't really played any. Yeah,
we've not played that much without him, so it's a bit difficult to see it. But anyway, we'll keep going. James Gunn says we haven't won a game. Noble started. Let's hope it changes tonight. Everyone's coming out with all these stats. I like it. Megan says also let's see how great Souček really is. She's obsessed with him personally, but if he holds the midfield without Rice, this could be great for him.
Yeah, I mean he's got nothing to prove, Souček, at all. But yeah, if he can do the job, imagine if he does that defensive midfielder's job today and pops up with a goal or a set play. I mean, he is a wonderful midfielder. It's just we're used to having two wonderful midfielders in there.
Yeah, but it's a fair comment because you're breaking up the partnership. Souček's never played without Declan Rice, so he's going to have to get used to Rice not being there. But then when you look at him for Czech Republic, he doesn't have Declan Rice next to him, and he bound in a hat-trick. Now, granted, it was against Estonia. However, he's still delivering the goods at international level as well without Declan next to him. But it'll be interesting to see how Souček plays a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised to see he's a bit more reserved today. I wouldn't be surprised if he's constantly trying to check over his shoulder, no pun intended, and just see if there's anyone behind him, anyone's got his six, because Declan's just always there. GP says Chao is a massive danger, like Gonzo on the old pinball scoring 10 mil.
Wouldn't be happy with 10 mil.
Major says Wolves against West Ham is the Matt Jarvis derby.
Hey, I guess it is the Matt Jarvis derby. Yes, it is indeed. Yeah, why not?
Matt Jarvis, what a player. Brian E says whoever steps up as big boots to fill. I think our European dream is gone the way of single market. I wouldn't be surprised if Nigel Farage has something to do with it.
I don't know. It's the politicians have kippered us, haven't they? That's what's happened, yeah.
Right. Anyway, everyone get your score predictions in, your final thoughts on your score prediction. We'll get on to them in a second. Gonzo, before you disappear, can I get your final your final thoughts on your score prediction, please?
Oh, yeah, the score prediction's a tough one, really. We have to... Look, there can't be any surprise here. I would expect a good team talk from David Moyes anyway, and I wouldn't expect it to have changed. The people that haven't known this news very long are us fans. So I would expect David Moyes to have his formation sorted, his tactics sorted. I would expect everybody to be well drilled and fully aware of the job that they're being asked to do, both collectively and individually against whoever they're marking. I understand that might change slightly when the team sheet comes in and maybe thinks Wolves are playing a slightly different system, but the intent has to be the same. Us going for it and us starting with high energy has to be the same. We have to try and get an early goal if we can. We have to try and finish this game having had at least 10 shots. You know, that has to happen. We can't have one of those games where we get to half-time, we haven't had a shot on target or anything like that. No, not today. He's going to have to come up with a little something, because those players are fast and tricky. We talk about Neto, we talk about Podence, and we talk about Traore. They're gonna try and play between the lines and find little pockets of space and whatnot. So we're gonna have to really sort of compact that area between the defence and the midfield, which collectively is going to be everybody's job. So we've got to get that right, and we've got to make sure that when we do attack, we commit enough men forward. We need good games from Masuaku and Soufal today. Do you know what? I'm still going to go for a 2. I'm going to go still for a 2-1 win. I know I said 2-0. I'll go for 2-1.
Good man. Right, I'll see you on the review, my friend.
I'll see you later.
Right, you guys keep your comments coming in. Charlie will be coming up in just a few minutes' time. Before you do, I'm going to take a quick look at the live chat again. Lewis says that Fernandes is going to be a big player today. I think most of the play goes through him with his work rate, and he will be fine. Hopefully he's fully fit. I imagine he is, because he was sort of nearly fit enough for the Arsenal game, so you'd imagine he'd be all right. And Ryan says, anyone else impressed that Rice won man of match against Poland when he was injured for the last half hour? Somewhat concerning as well, but it's football for you when you're on the old adrenaline rush. Dylan said he liked Matt Jarvis. So did I, Dylan. When he came on the channel, he was the nicest people, one of the nicest people we've ever had on. He was genuinely, he was really, really just nice. He was friendly. Sometimes you speak to others and you get the vibe they can't really be arsed. They don't really want to do the interview, which is fine. But Jarvis, there was none of that. I'm not kidding. If it wasn't for the webcam thing, I think he was about a minute away to invite me round to his house for a cup of tea to do the interview there and then. What a man he was. Eamon says that Rice's injury could actually do us a favour and have a more attacking team. I'm not so sure. I'm not as convinced as you, Eamon. I think it's going to make us a lot more conservative, and I think that's a polite way of saying defensive. I think that's an even more polite way of saying shithousing a 1-0 win. But what I mean is we're going to try and shithouse a 1-0 win, but I'll call it conservative to keep it family friendly, and I don't want to swear on the show, so no swearing on here. Anyway, let's get some score predictions, and I'll get Mr. Walsh on soon. Frank says 3-1. Duke says 2-1. Actually, I'll just get Charlie in to listen to all these while he's there. Gart says 1-1. Irish Tommy 3-1. Ben 3-1. Acids 2-0. Connors 1-1. Dylan's 1-0. Chicken noodle soup is 4-2 or 2-0. Yeah, you only allow one. Chicken noodle soup, mate. You only allow one. Right? You go into, you go into a cafeteria or something and they say, what kind of soup do you want? You can't say, I might have chicken noodle or tomato. You ain't getting that. You have to pick one. You can't just cover your bases. Anyway, Walsh, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. You?
I'm good. How are you feeling? Before I disappear and leave you, how are you feeling?
I think it's the right formation to have gone with. I think that if we were tempted to go to a 4, I think it was the wrong decision. I think what's the bigger problem for me is how that affects Souček, because I think ultimately Rice leaving, whatever, it sucks. Whoever comes in there is going to be significantly worse. It makes no difference. Well, it does make a difference, but it just is what it is. That's the facts of the situation. We no longer have Rice. What concerns me is how it affects the rest of the team. So Souček being in there and still being able to get forward as our top goal scorer is kind of an imperative for me. And I think playing 5 gives us that best opportunity. It means we can have the fullback, the wing backs coming forward a lot. It means Souček has a little bit more freedom to come forward because there's 3 centre backs as opposed to the only 2 if we were changing 4. I think it's the right way to go. I'm not terrified. I'm obviously not happy, but I do think he's at least gone with the best option we had given the circumstances.
The The weird thing is, my final thoughts before I depart. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new, drop a like on it and all that good stuff. Help the channel out. The weird thing is, Aaron Creswell is now going from a left back spot to a centre back spot, essentially. But I think we're going to see a more attacking Aaron Creswell tonight, which is something we've been missing. I do think he gets forward really well. I think his partnership with Masuaku is fantastic at times. And I just think it's not been there when he's got, whether it's Ben Rama or Fornals or Lingard in front of him, he's just not got quite got that partnership there when Ben Johnson plays in the left wing back. I think it really we limit what Aaron Creswell can produce from open play, and I think we've been missing that. So tonight, I expect us to be bombarding our left-hand side with Creswell, Masuaku, not quite forgetting Soufal, but his attacking intent will nowhere be near as much as what we're doing on the left. I think Semedo is going to have to deal with a lot of defensive stuff. And I'm feeling okay with it. I think it's a massive blow. I think there's a massive amount of pressure on Mark Noble tonight, and as there should be. This isn't a kid. We're not putting a kid in here. Like, if Conor Coventry was going in tonight, I feel a bit nervous for him. I think, I hope he can cope. This is Mark Noble. This guy, I'd expect to put him in goal and expect him to not play as well as a keeper, but I'd expect the nerves to be gone. I'd expect him to be calm and composed in the goal. And, we've lost our on-field captain to our club captain tonight. I want to see that. I want to be able to tell that Mark Noble's the captain on the pitch tonight, because there's 9 cup finals now. This is cup final 1 of 9. And it's up to how we go about the next 4 games, essentially, determines if the other 5 are cup finals or if they're just on the beach stuff. And I'm just hoping, and this is, I am aware that this is scraping the barrel and clutching at straws stuff, but I'll take anything right now. I'm just hoping that Wolves are on the beach a little bit. They've got nothing to play for. They're not going down. They're not going to get European football. I just hope there's a little bit of that about them, that they're just happy to just
and maybe a little bit of complacency as well. Like, let's not be like, obviously they've known Rice is out, so they're going, right, let's go attacking. Let's take it to them, which is the right thing to do from their position, but this side, especially if we're playing the exact, like, as long as we're not playing the 3 in midfield through 5, because then I'm going to be a bit annoyed about it. If it's the formation and style we were playing, what we were doing so well at the beginning of the season, we counterattacked very, very well. And if they think they can just fully step to us and that not still happen because Rice isn't there, then that's a little bit complacent from them. It's a risk. Go on.
Goal for Palace. We'll take that, Walsh.
We'll have that all day.
I think you make a good point, actually. And the one thing that Charlie Providence and NATO's best sort of attacking move, if you like, is counter-attacking football. We ain't going to allow them to do that. We're going to sit really deep and say, now you're going to have to cut us open. And they're not that good at it. They're good footballers, but they're lacking that little bit of technique. And the guy up front for them, Ozzy, hasn't scored a goal for them yet since he's moved in January, which I haven't seen enough of him to say it's because he's crap or because he's just been a bit unlucky or something like that. But touch wood, and you could probably use Wolves fan after seeing that lineup. And that I'm just going to go. I'm sorry, that was inappropriate.
Listen, it's about the level we expect from the Hammers Chat watch along. To be fair.
Anyway, I'm going to say a 1-0 win, Charlie. It's a 2-0 in the preview. Like Gonzo, I'm changing it, but I'm going to go 1-0. I think we're playing for a 1-0 tonight. I think we're going to be relying on counter-attacking football and set pieces. And we grinded it out before Christmas against Burnley, against West Brom. We grinded out these wins, and I think we're going to see something similar again tonight. I think it's going to be an ugly game, but we're going to have to make it ugly, because if we go toe-to-toe with them and try and play football, I think arguably they've got the better technical players on the park tonight. I think we've got more physical players, possibly fitter players, better set paces. But if you want to go toe-to-toe and play football on the deck for 90 minutes, I think they maybe got a better team, but we're perhaps more organised than them, if that makes sense. So I'm going to disappear, and that means one thing, Charlie, the watch-along's coming up. So enjoy your night, and I'll see you guys at full time.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, of course, to Stuart Morris Accountants, who'll be bringing the watch-along with collaboration with, that's mostly English, I've just said there. They are accountants. They're in Ilford. We're connected with them because a West Ham fan put us in touch. You want personal, you want like corporate, they're all here. Business accounts, they can do it. Stuart Morris Accountants, they are up there as well. They're very good. Hello, everyone. Welcome to an Easter Monday special football match. There is going to be tings if you want. Again, what already messes is the phrase for the bet. Hopefully we win some money. Hopefully it's a new beginning for us all. We've had our eggs. I've almost finished mine. I might finish it during the stream. It's just in here. Always finish mine. Yeah, we've had our eggs. And now we're ready. We're ready for big dubs. Big dubs. So let's start what we always do. Where are you watching from tonight? Where are you on? I'm watching it from a slightly chilly North London. Slightly chilly North London. Not snowed where I was exactly, but it's not exactly been warm. Where are we watching it from tonight? How are we feeling? Get them in the live chat. We'll talk about it. Yes, thank you very much. The boy, Abe. You know what I mean? You got to respect it. The new one's coming out very soon, if not this week. I can't remember. And I'm very excited for it. So, you've got to respect. You've got to respect it. Trinidad, says Matthew. Love to see it. Love to see it. Big Dubbingtons. Big Dubbingtons indeed. Big Dubbingtons indeed. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Bulgaria, Sunny Chadwell, Heath Rye, Plasto, Brussels, Neptune, Teapot Pixie. I think you're lying to me. Sunny Devon, Swale. Evening, Richie. Good to see you, King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. Of course, Wally. How are you, my friend? He's on the bench, Wally. We might get it. Chelmsford, Cuba. Well, it's not the pub, is it? No, it's not, Gaz. It's not. Well, not yet anyway. Soon. Get your jabs, people. Get your jabs. I've got mine. Let's get involved. Sherborne, Dorset, Barnet, Archway, Glorious High Wycombe, Manchester, Ireland. Where else are we saying? Essex, big up, Charlie. Big up yourself, Sue. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Vancouver, British Columbia, but in quarantine in Edinburgh Airport right now. Really? What's it like? What's the airport like? What's it saying? How empty is it? Snowy Sweden, sunny Spain, the exact opposite of each other. The bridge, Woodford Bridge to be precise. Wolverhampton. So I'm in Brooklyn. So I'm bricking it. Right. That was what was known in the business, is not being able to read English. I'm sorry about that. Watching in Barnsley, Perth, Pennsylvania, Antwerp. Yeah, Antwerp. You love to see it. My house, West Sussex, Ilford, Essex, Chesterfield. My house in the mid. Is it in the middle of your street? These are the questions we need answered. Iceland. Nobe's going to prove us wrong. So this is something here. Nobe's going to prove us wrong, says Peter Darlow. I'll say this now. I'm not as concerned as everyone else is for Mark Noble playing. I can't lie to you. Don't get me wrong. I'm certainly not hyped about it. No one wants to see Declan Rice out. Obviously, we all want to see Declan Rice in the team, and whoever plays in his place is going to be an instant downgrade. But Noble, I think, is capable. I think we're forgetting he's capable. When he comes on recently, he's been coming into positions that make no sense for him. And so to see him playing in a sort of more natural position, a sort of a defensive-minded centre midfield role, as long as we don't have the 3 when it's a 2, I'm a bit more confident about that. And as I was just saying with Gio, I think it's more about the impact it has on Souček. As long as Souček can still get forward and stuff, that's my biggest concern. It's the Cosmopolitan show. You love to see it. I love seeing all of these people. Do you know what I mean? I love seeing the people like look at that. East London, North Cams, Wales, all of the big places. All of the big places. But yeah, this is the thing with Noble, is I just want to make I have sort of got a confidence about myself that he's actually going to be able to positively affect the game. It's more of like how he is obviously going to be a downgrade. It's not like anyone, not even Mark Noble's biggest fans, Rebecca, could say that it's not going to be a downgrade. But I think we'll be able to do a little something. I think we'll something. Inner Circle have a garbage. Noble is a huge liability. I think, equally a fair point. Lewis Beattie is Fred. Yes, he is on the bench. Here is the bench. In fact, here's the teams. Just in case you just joined us, here's the teams. West Ham lineup with Fabianski, Kufal, Dawson, Diop, Cresswell, Masuaku makes his return in the back 5. Souček, Noble, Lingard, Fornals, Antonio. I would expect it to be the 2 central midfielders with the 3 just ahead of them as we were playing at the beginning of the season. Could be something else. And the bench is Martin, Trott, Fredericks Johnson, Balbuena Alves, Bowen Benrahma, Mipo, Odu, Beko. No Lanzini. Amsterdam, snowstorm 1 minute, raining the next. I was in Amsterdam 2 years ago at this time. Actually, it was a bit later than that. It was bloody boiling. What a city, though. I want to go back. Just a beautiful place. And not even for the reasons you lot are thinking. Just nice. Noble equals London's answer to Pirlo 5-0 West Ham. That's the kind of attitude I like, Jordan. It's the kind of attitude I like. You know what I mean? Get the Cockney Pirlo out for the lads. Is Rice at the stadium? I don't know. I don't think so, Belcar. I'd be surprised if he was. I'd be surprised if someone was injured, was allowed to come in just due to COVID protocols and the like. But maybe he is. Who knows? Bone and Ben Rama best be brought on early, says Fiona. And that's an interesting one. What kind of... There is certainly an element of where I'm looking at this. You know, we've picked Lingard because I think he has to be picked. Fornals is certainly the most defensive option out of all of the other wide players we could go with. Bowen and Ben Rama, probably Bowen especially as well for the defensive side, are interesting inclusions on the bench and could be interesting to come on at some point. I don't know when, but it could be. It could be. Matthew asks, am I sunburnt? No, I've just got a really spotty face. I've got really bad skin. It's always really red. Like if I got this, you can see it there as well. Like it's just spots everywhere, but it's also really red. And my skin is just screwed, mate. If I'm being honest with you, it's just screwed. You know, I put cream on it. Doesn't clear it up. Doesn't clear it up. Good evening, West Ham Clips, sir. Good to see you. I hope you're well. You know, I hope you're rubbing your hands at the prospects of tonight. Could be a banger. It could be a banger. Could be a banger. Rice is probably at the bridge with his mate Mason. Lol, says Harry Parker. Harry, I've got to say something to you personally. I wasn't on the wind up the other day. I did see your comment. I haven't had the time to fully appreciate all the comments in that video. If you watched my video the other day, thank you very much. I genuinely wasn't on the wind up. Geo asked me last second to do a video. It was the thing that was playing on my mind the most. So not on the wind up, although I appreciate people probably won't. Andy Walsh has updated us. 1-1 Palace Everton full time. I mean, we will take that all day. That's an excellent result for us. If we're being perfectly honest for us, we'll take that. Take that all day. All day. More than happy with that. You know what they say about guys with red faces? Is it that they have terrible skincare routines and should probably sort their lives out? Because if not, then I don't know what they say about this. I'm sorry, but that is probably just the truth. The truth of the matter. Truth of the matter. Cockney Perlo. He's never been international level, let alone now he's immobile. Immobile has played international for Italy. Good. That was an excellent joke. You're all welcome. Your boy Schlupp said, of course he did. Jeffrey Schlupp, mate. Jeffrey Schlupp. Boy. Get him. I'm just going to say it. Sign him up. Sign him up is what I would say. That's all. If Dawson scores, but for who? Let's get onto that. If we're going to out of 10, right? 0 being the least confident possible, 10 being the most confident possible. How confident are you going into tonight's game? That's something I'm interested in, you know, because we can make score prediction. Everything. How confident are you? And when I say confident, I mean of us getting a result. How confident are you? Because I'm at a sort of a 6.57. A 6.57 is probably where I'm sort of at. Nobe's 25-yard screamer today, says Duvet Dancer. Imagine the scenes. Imagine the scenes. 2-1 West Ham coming from Baltimore, Maryland. Shout out to Maryland. Hello, Brian. I hope you're well. Wolves score first. Lingard equalises. Nobe's penalty. Ben Rama seals it late 3-1. Rich Mushroom, man. You're playing with me. It's beautiful. Beautiful that would be. Nervously confident for this one. Man like Charlie. Hi, good to see you, Ben. Hope you're well, my friend. Red in the face, pink in the sheets. I don't know what you mean, Peter. Skin issues are digestion related. I mean, that's a fair point, Kate. I mean, it's a fair point, Kate. It probably is. I've also been told because I touch my face a lot, which I do constantly, non-stop, literally just rubbing it all of the flipping time. I edited a video for my channel this week, and it was just me cutting up bits of me just touching my face non-stop. It was a struggle. It was a struggle. 8, 6, 6. Why isn't there a centre mid on the bench? Just have audio. It's a great question. 2, 6, 0.69. Nice. 6, a solid 5, 11, says Wally. A 10 out of 10, like a Ryan Fredericks right back performance. 7, 6.2, 4, 7.5, 6.5, 1-0 Iron, says Georgia. I'd back that. I'd be more than happy with that. 3, 7, highly, Benedict McGowan, highly confident. 5 or 6, 8. Good to see you, Swissport. Hope you're well, D. 7-ish, 5. Noble's on the pitch slightly higher. 5. There's a lot of 5s, 8s. There's sort of a mixture. You get a couple of more confident ones, a couple of really unconfident ones, and a lot of people just sort of in the middle, which is interesting to me. It's interesting to me because obviously the conversation has mostly been the conversation has mostly been the just the negativity around the fact that Rice is done. Obviously, Noble coming back in has been a lot of negativity. So it's interesting to see the that's not on scale of 1 to 10. It's interesting to see the amount of confidence. 6.69. Nice. Anthony, even Charlie, 6.5 confidence. Good to see you, Anthony. Hope you're well. If you want 6.5, yeah, it's sort of an average out. If you want to average it out, it's probably around the 6.5 level. So some confidence, but obviously not. Obviously not. Mine. Harry Parker, shave a toner for deep clean, mate. Work for me, bruv. I'll have a look at that. I'll have a look into that, Harry. Thank you for the info. That's good. This is the kind of, you lot are smarter than me, so I should just give you my life. See, when Tom was here, Tom would try and solve your problems because he assumed that he was intelligent, whereas I know I'm an idiot. So if I bring you my problems, then you can just give me solutions. I think that's a beneficial relationship for us all. You get to tell me what to do because I'm an idiot, and you actually tell me what's going on. Good to see you, Slim Reaper. Evening all. Watched him before I had to work. Wasn't lovely to see those knackers on the Kings lose so badly. It wasn't bad, was it? Good to see you, Slim. How are you, my friend? Hope you are. Hope you are. We have more to play for, says Oxy. This is an interesting thing, and there's something else about Noble thing. I think Noble's got a lot to play for today. Obviously, we want to sit there and we want to think, well, if Noble, he's not as good, this, that, and the other. But realistically, Noble has a lot to play for right now, probably more than Declan Rice. Declan Rice, realistically, right, can leave in the summer. He can go to a big club regardless. It doesn't matter. He even has the Euros coming up, which we know he's going to be in the team for. He's probably going to start. I'm not saying there was nothing for him to play for, but certainly he would have his mind on other things. Mark Noble, this is his last chance. This is his last chance to make a huge impact at the club. This is his last chance to do something spectacular in his career. That could be huge. That could be absolutely monumental. To see him go and do something special like that, I mean, I wouldn't complain about it at all. It's something I've been thinking about anyway. It could just be me wanting to, winning clean sheet equals shave day. I will shave my beard incredibly slow. It'll be like a 5 o'clock shadow. It won't be completely gone. But if we win today and we get a clean sheet, which actually, I'll say my score prediction right now. I'm saying 1-0 West Ham. If we win today and it's a clean sheet, I'll shave it for the next stream, for the next watch along, incredibly short. Like as short as I ever am willing to go. Like actually ever so slightly shorter than I'm willing to go. I said this before. It was a mistake, CV. It was a mistake. I've done it before. Good to see you, Fo, my friend. How are you? I hope you're well. Things are all good. If England win the Euros, does that make Rice more likely to stay with us as he has silverware then, James? That's a good question. I think England just being England. I don't think it makes a difference, honestly. I'd like to imagine that. I think the only way we keep Rice past this summer is if we get into European football. If we get into European football, then he has something more to get. He has something more to grab onto, to earn, to do with the club. However, if we don't get that, then I suspect he'll leave. That's the only thing I can think of. But listen, I want England to win. I was on My Hammers 11 with Russ, and me and young Tom were on his show, just the two of us, the other day, and I said I would prefer England to win the World Cup than West Ham win the FA Cup. That's how strongly I feel about that. So I would love to see it. I would love to see it. Steve Bruce has arrived. Good to see you, Mr. Bruce. I'm a football genius. Unfortunately, fans will always have negative thoughts about me. Listen, Steve, mate, it happens. So you can't control all of the people's emotions. You know what I mean? People think certain things about me. It happens. You just got take it as it goes. Take the haters as they go. Roll with the punches. Do you know what I mean? I missed a chance to say clean sheet equals clean shave. That's fair, Nick. But it has to be a win. We have to win as well, not just a clean sheet. But if we win, clean sheet, clean shave. There you go. Clean sheet, clean shave. Clean sheet equals clean shave. Bang, bang, bang. Although it won't be clean again. It'll just be incredibly short, but it won't be clean. It won't be clean. Snoop Dogg has arrived. Snoop DLG himself. Slow motion with the potion. Bro, that song you did with Psy was slapped. It slapped. Absolute banger. No one could convince me otherwise. Hangover is a banger. I want to start saying it. David, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Right. Let's say hello. Actually, do you know what? While we're here, let's say hello to everyone who's in the chat, because I haven't done that yet either. Hello to. I have to move screens for this bit, so I apologize if I miss your name. It's because the chat moves quite fast. I'll try and stick as many as I can in there. Hello to Anthony, Arthur, Barney, Belcar, Benedict, Coolpans, Darren, Darkin, David, Duvet Dancer, Eric Olstead, Farhad, Foe, Jeff, Hamo, Harry Parker, Inner Circle, James Gooding, Jordan Knight, John Lally, Justin Lane, Kevin Giff, Luke Legend, Matt Finnan, Nick M, OG, Oliver Plain, Peter Darlow, Richie Von Rock, Roger Cook, Sebastian, Slim Reaper, Snoop D-O Double G, Steve Bruce, Steve Pater, Stevie C, Vernon Harvey, Wally World, Will Carpenter. Hello to you all. If I missed your name, like I said, the chat moves quite quickly, so I might have missed a couple, but hello to you all. Jake Collins, I don't think I said hello to you. Ben, I don't think I said hello to you. Ben Green, Apple Juice Dream, I didn't say hello to. Hello, Matt, I don't think I said hello to. Who else did I say? Alan, I didn't say hello to. Good to see you. Chuck, of course, good to see you, sir. I'm feeling relatively confident as well, Chuck. I can't lie to you, mate. Can't lie to you, Alan. West Ham Fan TV's legendary Pixel. Yes, good to see you. How are you? How are you? How fuming are you that Nicky got a laptop? Because I ain't seen it in a while, even when he streams on Twitch. Wan King, good to see you. So close there, so close. MC3, hello everyone. If I missed you, then I apologize. Roy Hodgson's here. Good to see you, Roy. If I missed you, then I apologize. Bus driving ninja, football addict, Callum, Carl, watching from Cape Town. Hello everyone. Even Mr. Moyes is here. B-Tech Mourinho will be slapped again by the one true Moisiah. Sir, I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I thank you for going with the formation I would have gone with. I appreciate it. We're 10 minutes away from kickoff. We're 10 minutes away from kickoff. In my opinion, I think it's time for Sub Bingo, ladies and gentlemen. Sub Bingo, of course, is the game where we predict when David Moyes will make his first substitution and what it will be. What is the minute? What is the sub? I'll bring up the subs so you can see them. Here are the subs. I am going for Bowen for Jesse Lingard in the 69th minute. Bowen for Jesse Lingard in the 69th minute. That's my opinion. What is your sub bingo, ladies and gentlemen? The closest, of course, wins. Hello, Justin. I hope you're all safe and well at home. I am, Slim. Thank you very much, mate. I hope you're all good. Hope you're well. And looking forward to the end of this pandemic is getting close. What happens after that with me? Don't know. We'll still probably do these. I can't lie to you, but good to see you. Maxi Gaming, good to see you, sir. How are you? Hope you would. Rip Rice says Farhad. Yeah, he isn't dead, but he's just done his knee or something. But it does suck. It does suck. I can't lie. Cool Panda 21. Good to see you with a solid comment. Got a cool logo though. Got like is that a PS4 controller in there? I respect it. I respect it. 9-0, no doubt about it. Wouldn't expect anything less. Nobes off for Benny at halftime. Bold. 89th minute from CB. CB, good to see you, my bro. Good to see you. I hope you're well. 89th. 72 minute for Bowen for Jesse. 53rd minute, Masuaku Johnson. That's a strong one. That's a good one, Jordan. I hadn't even thought about that. It's a great shout, actually. 68 minutes, Bowen for Noble. 60 minutes, Ben Rama. Hopefully, interesting. I would like to see him play as well. Noble, 45 minutes, says Martin. Nice, says Ben Green. Nice. Ben Rama for Fornals, 69 minutes. Lots of Ben Rama I'm seeing. Bowen for Fornals, 57. Masuaku is going to be key today. I'm interested in how Masuaku plays, King. I'm interested to see how he plays. I don't know how fit he is. This is the difference for me. I'm not sure how fit he is. If he's fit enough, then I don't know. As long as he's fit, then I'm happy. I'm happy to see him. He could give us a good attacking outlet, especially if Souček is ever so slightly hesitant to go forward. Although I really hope he isn't. I was having a little deep. So I was just having a little think about it. 72nd minute, 61st minute, Bowen from Masuaku. Bowen on for 4 hours in the 74th, 86, 74, 78. Charlie, what do you think the scoreline will be? I think 1-1 Farhad. Well, I'll talk about that now. Well, keep an eye on the screen if your sub bingo comes up. In my opinion, I think it'll be 1-0 West Ham. Or do I think 2-1? Do I think Wolves have a goal in them? I do. But I'm going to say 2-1 West Ham. I think it's. I don't know. I honestly think they might have a goal in them. They've come out attacking. It was something I said with Geo just before we started the watch along section of the show. I do believe that in reality there is a level of 3 hammers. Good to see you. Good to see you, Luke. Masuaki 67th minute for Benny after we score perfect hat trick. A beautiful idea. Subscribe to the 3 hammers if you haven't already. By the way, do brilliant work. Good to see you, Luke. Do I think they have a goal in them? Yes. Look, I think they know that Rice was injured. They've decided to put out an attacking lineup because of it. They've decided to go for it. They've decided to push themselves as hard as they can to try and big up the win. But at the same time, honestly, it feels like they might be a little bit too confident in that sense. Obviously, Rice gives us a defensive solidity that... Obviously, Rice gives us a defensive solidity that we won't have without him. That's clear. That's clear for all to see. But at the same time, Noble's not bad, and we still have the rest of this team we have had that has been done so well. And not only that, we're playing the slightly more defensive 5 at the back formation. So, given that, I think we're going to be a lot harder to break down than perhaps Wolves are thinking. And they've opened themselves up. They're going to go for it, and we can counterattack very, very strongly in this team. This team has shown they can counterattack very strongly, and they've added in Jesse Lingard, who can also counterattack very, very strongly. I honestly think they might have stretched themselves slightly too far here. And having said that, do I think they have a goal in them? Yes. Do I think it's a guarantee? I don't think it's a guarantee. I reckon it's either going to be 1-0 West Ham or 2-1 West Ham. If I was to put my nuts on the line, I'm going to say 1-0. Now, it would be clean sheet, clean shave. It would happen, but I'm going to say 1-0. Willie plays. Good to be back. Would watch along. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're well. Rice is nice, but chapati is hearty. I've got some basmati in the kitchen. Thinking of having a curry later. So put a bit of basmati in there, you know what I mean? Having a grand old time. And finally enough, we've got a lot of score predictions in the chat. We might as well finish it off. 5 minutes to go till kickoff. Score predictions, ladies and gentlemen. How are we feeling? Let me know. I hope it's strong. Give me your score predictions. I'm saying 1-0. That's my neck on the line. I'll put it out there for all to see. 1-0. It's of course on Sky Sports today. If you're in the UK, it's on Sky Sports. If you're struggling though, click on the link below. There's a thing called Discord. Click there, join it. It's completely and utterly free. If you join it, there is a section called Stream Links where we put streams up for you to watch. So for example, if you are Alfie Armstrong, you could click and join the Discord. Have a little look in Stream Links. I'm sure they have what you're looking for. Ginge will be in there. Ben, Tom, all in there, doing their thing, figuring it out for the people. So if you haven't got one, have a gander over there. Of course, this is also just the beginning of the month. So by the way, if you didn't know, beginning of the month is the best time of the month to join up to the Patreon. You get the most bang for your buck. The most bang for your buck possible is that earlier in the month you sign up for it. Patreon.com/HammersChat. We have tons of different things in there for you, including extra shows from Geo Gonzo, extra audio versions. If you ever listen to the shows and think, oh, I wish I could just listen to this instead of watching it, I wish there were audio versions. They exist. They're on the Patreon. Get over there. I have extra shows. In fact, I've got a video going up tomorrow. We have a show, 2 Spanners, 1 Hammer, where you can come and guest on it. That is going up tomorrow. That's on the Patreon, patreon.com/HammersChat. Subscribe if you're new around here. Like the video, of course, because we do a watch along for every single game. I sit here every single game. And I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you very much. Adam's come in strong as an Arsenal fan with 420.69 will be the score. Antonio with 128 hat tricks. Wild. I would love it. Am I alone tonight? I'm alone every night. How much bang for your buck to get? Loads, mate. All of it. That much. Big bang for your buck. Big bang for your buck. Big bang for your buck. We're 2 minutes away from kickoff. 2 minutes away from kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. It's an exciting time. I'll, of course, tell you when I have kicked off as well. I'll be slightly behind, because of the nature of the beast. You know how it is. But I will be watching as well. We can all talk about it together again once more. If you are looking for a stream links in this Discord, the link is below. Have a gander. Right, I am figuring out where I'm going to watch the game, how I'm going to watch it. I've got Now TV on the phone. I'm going to pull that up now. He said, definitely telling the truth. I hope you're all good. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all hyped for a big old match. Right, I've got a text from my mum. I'll need to remember to look at that later. Mum, if you see this, I'll speak to you in a bit. Do you know what I mean, Mr. P? But sometimes it's nice to have a cheeky pregnant pause. You know what I mean? I don't think it's ever a bad thing, you know? Don't think it's ever a bad thing. Let's just put it up on my phone so I can actually watch the match. We'll see what happens. Is that a washing machine you can hear? It is a washing machine you can hear. It's unbelievably just loud at the best of times. It's unbelievably loud at the best times. I mean, you should hear it. Sometimes we overload it and put it on a higher spin cycle and the entire house shakes. It's unreal. It's unreal. I personally am all about it. Right, phone, stay. There we go. We have a phone up. Just once more, if you have not heard the lineups once more with Hart, West Ham lineup with Fabianski, Kufal, Dawson, Diop, Cresswell, Masuaku, Souček, Noble, Lingard, Fornals, Antonio. 5 at the back, of course. No Declan Rice. He's out injured. No Lanzini on the bench as well. Whereas Wolves lineup as such. Let me do this so I can just read it again. Patricio, Semedo, Cody, Saiss, Ait, Nori, Neves, Dendonka, Neto, Podence, and Traore with Willian Jose up front, changing to a 4 at the back, going to a 4-2-3-1, an attacking formation from Wolverhampton Wanderers. They're truly going for it. West Ham's bench: Martin, Trott, Fredericks, Johnson, Balbuena, Alves, Bowen, Benrahma, Odebeku. Wolves: Ruddy, Hoover, Silva, Gibbs, White, Vitinha, Richards, Kilman, Otasawa, and Marquez. Big plays from all involved. Welcome everybody to the Hammers Chat Watch. Thank you for joining us. We're about to kick off. Here. I hope you're. Thank you for subscribe. Look, subscribe if you're new right here. Like the video because we always do these constantly, never ending. Trust me, I remember. Spin cycle moving mud. Here we go. The players have taken a knee. I'll tell you when kickoff happens, just so you know exactly how far ahead you are from me. It'll be about 2 minutes. Kickoff has happened. Jesse Lingard has done it. It's Wolverhampton. It's West Ham United. It's live. It's from the Molineux. And I'll tell you what. I don't know. There's something in my head which is saying it's happening. There's something in my head that's saying it's happening. Maybe a bit too confident. Who knows? Ultimate Sideman, Discord, mate. It's in the link below. Have a gander. Have a click. Go to Barbados, moving mud when you're bored. Whatever you need to ask me, Slim, I'm here. I'm here for you specifically. Let me know. I can provide not much knowledge, but I can do. Forever a Ranger. I'm a QPR fan, and my second team is West Ham. Coming you Irons. Thank you very much, Forever a Ranger. Appreciate it. Hope you're all right. Hope you're good. Hope you're having a good day. It's a good question, Slim. So I obviously hosted two Spanners, one Hammer, a Patreon exclusive podcast made just for you on the Patreon. And it just let me know if you want to come on the show. You let me know. I send you a link. And you click on it. It opens up the program into your. StreamYard is the program. It opens up into your browser, and that's it. Easy enough. To figure out. We use StreamYard because it's the most easy platform for new people to use, because it's literally just you click on it. You can do it on your phone, you can do it on your laptop, you can do it on computer, you can do it iPad, you can do it literally however you want. So if you want to come on, then you are more than welcome to, Slim. You're more than welcome to, and anyone else, of course. If you are a patron, let me know and you wish to come on. I would be more than love to have you on. So would Ray, my co-host. Is there no link in the Discord? People saying there's no link in the Discord. I'm fuming. Let me see what's going on. I didn't know that. I don't know who's I think the mods are trying to sort that out currently. I'm not on there at the moment, obviously, because I'm doing this. So, but yeah, I think the mods are trying to sort it out. Hopefully soon. Is there any football shirt you would not wear for 100 grand? Says Steve Bruce. As long as there wasn't a player name on the back, there is no shirt I would not wear for 100 grand. If there was a shirt, if there was a player name, it would depend who the player's name was. But for 100 grand, yeah, of course. Antonio braces away. Then Donker there goes for a shot from range. Oh, save. Early shot. Do you know what? A great shot there from Mikel Antonio on the breakaway. Just shrugged off. And again, this is what I'm saying. We took Wolves apart with 3 at the back last time. They're slightly more attacking this time, and it's going to give the likes of Antonio space. Oh, Antonio, that was a great shot. Good save. Off the post. There you go. Stevie C is saying it's live. And it's live. David Moyes is a fantastic manager. The Boo Boys can get flipped, says Teresa. Fair enough. I'm not particularly the one, but I respect that opinion. Who's your favorite West Ham? Who's your favorite player in West Ham? Currently, it's Thomas Souček. I think he's freaking unreal. I low-key think he's better than Declan Rice. I can't lie to you. But yeah, Thomas Souček is the one for me currently. Love the guy. Up there with I'll try and do my best, Kylie. Up there with Mark Noble. He's just a beautiful man, isn't he? So Dawson has received a yellow card. It wasn't, to be honest with you, I think it was a bit. It was what it was. The Wolves player went for a flick over the top, manages to pull it off, and it just sort of deflects off his foot. He just sort of clips him a little bit, and he goes down. It's a yellow card. I understand. I guess you can class it as a professional foul, but ultimately, to be honest with you, don't think it was that deep. Yet here we are. Here we are with a yellow card. Wolves passing it around at the back. Good ball down the right-hand side for Wolves. They've got a bit of space. Dawson standing him up. Or maybe it's not Dawson. It might be Diop, actually. Headed away. Wolves getting a lot of people forward. Oh, Sufal. Beautiful to Jesse Lingard, who's just sprinting directly at the Wolves' defence. Takes one. Oh, he's got space. Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard. 1-0 West Ham. Jesse Lingard. Easy. So easy. I said this. They've committed people forward. I've got to flip in, redo this now. They've committed people forward, and he is just absolutely exposed that. First of all, beautiful flick through to Sufal, who passed to Jesse Lingard, was brilliant. And then Lingard just charges into the space that's been completely just left abandoned by Wolves. One touch around a Wolves defender, puts it onto his left foot as he walks into the area. He's one-on-one, and he slots it home brilliantly. Whoever flicks the path to Kufal is genius. Kufal's pass is brilliant. Antonio's run is perfect. And what a finish. Beautiful goal from West Ham United. It's 1-0. It's Jesse Lingard, and that is a perfect start. I said it. I said they've probably stretched themselves a little bit too far. And here we are. A counter-attack. A brilliant finish. West Ham United 1. Wolverhampton 0. Unreal. I'd still say no, Glenn. I'd still say no, but he's making it very difficult. He's making it very difficult. I know I said that too, Wally, right? No one can say otherwise. What a start. What an absolute start. Jesse Lingard. Pure carbs, mate. Just wide from who was it? It was Podence? I didn't quite see who it was. Maybe it was Neto, actually. Come to think about it. It's I was Ike Nori. Oh, just wide. I think it's they've been in charge, Wolves. Let's not act like they haven't. Wolverhampton have been in charge for the beginning of this game, but that's fine. We play counter-attacking football. This is how we do. This is what we do with this formation as well. Specifically, we sit, we contain, and then we break out from that. And if it's a case of, we do that for the rest of the game, then I'm more than happy with it. I am more than happy for it. If you are looking for a stream, remember the Discord is your friend. Join it in the link below. There's a link below. It's free to click on. Just have a little click. Completely free. And there's a bit called stream links. There's stuff in there. In general, in Discord, there is apparently a link as well. Have a gander. Shout out to Ginge, of course, for providing that for the boys. Remember, if you need a link, Discord is the one. Join it below. Anyone can join it, even if you're not a West Ham fan. Good conversations there anyway, but also a ting. It's good counter-attack by West Ham yet again. Lingard through to Antonio. I tell you what, when we go forward, man, look, it's stretched and there's only a couple of people doing it, but Antonio looks the fittest he's looked in a long time. He is sprinting well fast, mate. On top of that, you have Jesse Lingard pulling the absolute strings right now. We're doing bits on the counter-attack. Wolves have all of the time in the world going forward, but it's looking good. Hopefully we can go 3-0 up and protect that lead. I know. And then we'd stay higher than you in the league. Antonio putting the effort. He looks the fittest he has looked in a long, long time. Which is excellent to see because I've been concerned for a while about his fitness. And today he looks on it. He looks lively. Corner, always a good opportunity from us. Souček being man-marked by Adama Traore. It makes sense. Played in, nothing there. And now Wolves on the counter, which is what Wolves do. Wolves are a counter-attacking side. Flipping it. Diop also picking up a yellow card now for yet another professional foul. Both centre-backs now having yellow cards. We've come out here with a Pep Guardiola mindset, people. We're picking up those yellows for professional fouls, left, right, and centre. Sub might be for a centre-back at this point. I can't lie to you. This is a great goal by Lingard, but that terrible yellow for Dawson is going to come back to bite us. The officials keep making the game of football and injustice and a farce. Yeah, I think the yellow for Dawson was probably a bit harsh. It's certainly Michael Oliver been pulling out the yellow cards a little bit early in this game. But that is what it is. These things happen. He got mugged off. I don't think it was a yellow, but we move. We'll see how it affects with both of our recognised centre backs on not Cresswell on yellows. Now we'll see. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Flipping hell, we're almost at 1,000 members in the Discord, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to join the Discord, be that 1,000th member, then please do so. Link in the description below. Insane. We only started it like less than a year ago. I think we're already there. Good to see. We're building that profile. And just useful for streamlinks, if we're being honest. Charlie, do you think Jesse is scoring too many goals from raising his price too high? Look, realistically, the more he scores, he's got 1 year left on his contract. He's going. Man United aren't going to keep him. He's got. Sorry, I was just thinking it through in my head. He's got 1 year left on his contract. Man United aren't going to keep him. He's not going to get into that side. So realistically, he is leaving. Now, the price is obviously a problem, but with 1 year left, I don't think they can command a 35 mil fee for Jesse Lingard for a player they don't want. He's obviously playing very well and proving himself excellent. He's probably not going to get into the England squad, which will lower his Mikel Antonio again causing bits. I tell you what, Mikel Antonio is having a great game right now. He's probably not going to get into the England squad, which will lower his value to an extent. It's going to be a big shot from Lingard straight into the hands. It's going to be a large figure, but whatever that number is, it's not going to be the end of the world. You know, there's going to be. This is the problem we have. The second we signed him on loan without a fee agreed at the end of it, this was always going to be a problem. Always. And it brings this up. We're sort of being more and more forced into the position where we have to buy him because he's so pivotal. So pivotal. 10 men after 20. Don't. Boot Hammer, good to see you, my friend. Hope your world is the Discord your mum because it's just embracing members. No, Discord is a piece of software you can download on your phone, on a laptop, say. It's like a community building tool, kind of like forums used to be, but in the modern world. Call people on it, talk to people on it, that sort of thing. Link in the description below. Join. How dare you? My mum's a saint. Cara Noble, who's your favorite West Ham player? Souček and Mark Noble. Antonio Volti. This is what I'm saying. And Lingard and Antonio causing habit. This is what I'm saying, man. Honestly, there's a lot of Antonio specifically is causing a lot of problems, and having that space created for Jesse Lingard, them together is doing big bits right now. Is doing big bits. And we're looking very dangerous because this is the best I've seen Antonio play in a while. And you lot, Jesse Lingard, stop it. Pulled in, shot, 2. It's 2. It's 2. It's 4 now, so slotted it home. Flipping heck. We've, mate, can you say Arsenal? Let's ignore it. Flipping heck. 2-0. So, after Jesse Lingard charging down the left-hand side with a beautiful flick round, can't quite get there, but Masuaku pulls it back across for Pablo Fornals, who honestly passes it into the net. What a counter-attack. Masuaku doing really well to keep the attack alive, actually. There's a couple of players around him, and he pulls it back across, and Fornals just opens his body up and slots it home. It's 2-0. It's 2-0. This is the perfect start. This is actually genuinely the perfect start. I'm terrified of this right now. And unlike last time when this happened, I'm not going to sit here and say certain things like, there's no way they're scoring 2. I'm not going to this time, as much as I'm tempted. As much as I'm tempted. Dave, please, not after last time. Too soon. Antonio Lingard causing company. They're doing brilliant. Derek Williams over on Facebook. Go for the jugular. Don't pull up like they did against Arsenal. Lingard did very well to pass to Masuaku too, says Christopher Ray. Oh, yeah, to be fair to Lingard, I don't think he was trying to pass it to him, but it worked. Hey, if you're on Facebook, come join us on the YouTube. Subscribe, like the video. Get involved. We'd love to see you more often on here. See, but I'm not saying nothing. No words from your boy today. As much as I'm tempted, there are no words for me to say. You know what I mean? Ben says he's just subscribed. Thank you very much, Ben. Good to see you. Welcome to Hammer's chat. Hope you're all right. Hope we're good. Also, I saw Adam say, me and Adam know each other personally, so it's all right. He can say what he wants. Even if it's about my mum. After 16 letting us know, three away from 1K in the Discord. Join. Let's hit 1K. Let's do it right now. If you haven't joined the Discord, do it. It's free. Click on the link below. It's a total look, bro. Just have a gander, have a talk. Have a talk. I got you, Ray. Have a talk. Do you know what I mean? Where's the Champions League gap from that? The champions. Do, 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 do. If we score a third, I'll do the full thing. Until then, that's all you get. Bloody hell. Free kick came in from Wolves. Battered about. Is that Sufal kept it in? No, okay, it's gone out. Close. Alright, Ben, listen, I plug it non-stop, fam. I plug it non-stop. Anyone in the chat can tell you. Join. Look. Join the Discord. Just a close up there of me. You're welcome. Just join the Discord. Thank you very much, Rabbi. Excellent profile picture. Genuinely terrifies me. Europe is not a swear word. Moyes is overachieved. I agree with that. Look, listen. If we get a third, good. That's what I want. I want to inspire fear in the watchers. You know, if we get a third, then I'll sing the full Champions League anthem. But until then, that's all you get. Then we go ham. Then we go wild. What a start we've had, man. So we're 17. We're in the 18th minute here. And if we're being honest, right? That's the way we want it to be. If we're being honest, Wolves have had the better possession, but we've been so good on the counter attack, and Wolves have their change from 3 to 4 at the back has left us some space that we have just more than happily exploited. And that's something I am very strongly about. This was what I wanted to see. When we changed to 5, I was like, cool, we can counter-attack effectively with 5 at the back. We've done it for most of the beginning of the season. We were really good in the counter-attack from 5 at the back. And Wolves opening themselves up a little bit has given us that space to counter-attack into. Now it's about consolidating that. I think we have the people on the pitch and the players on the pitch in order to consolidate that. We just have to make sure we do it, unlike against Arsenal. We can tell you, just pausing on the pass a little bit there, maybe a bit earlier would have been more useful, but we get a throw in. We get a throw in an advanced position. You can't complain. You can't complain too much. There you go. Come on. I support West Ham, says Cara Noble. Good to see you, Cara. Subscribe if you're new around here. Like the video, all that good stuff. I'm not one of these people, I'm not going to sit here and ask for a like spike. Okay, that's not my style. However, like the video if you haven't already. We're here all of the time. Masuaku's been on the pitch for 14 minutes and has assisted a goal. He has done well, to be fair. He has done very well. We're doing things. We're doing bits. Your team is very good at football. West Ham doing West Ham things. Listen, Glenn. I've always said it. We're good at football. Don't look at Glenn's channel and see all the times I never said that, because I never have. We are good at football, and I've only ever said that. Glenn will attest. Thank you very much, Glenn. Appreciate it. Can't believe the transformation of West Ham since the first lockdown last season. I know, Christopher. It's insane. To see it just it's just mad. It's just utter madness. Can I have a shout out, says Ronaldo? It depends. Which one are you? Brazilian or Portuguese? Are you Brazilian or are you Portuguese? Let me know which one you are, and then I'll give you a shout out. Till then, we'll have to hold off on it. Both insane and marvelous. Yeah, it is what I mean, man. Like, fair, complete and utter credit to David Moyes for doing it as well. Look, if you're a long-term watcher of the watch-alongs, you know I'm not a big fan of David Moyes. I don't pretend to hide it. Header off the bar, I think, from Wolves there. Can't tell if it was off the bar. I think it was. Ball came back across from Wolves. They were playing the ball down the right, working it down the right-hand side. It's a good attack. The cross is good. It would have, to be fair, it would have taken a special header from there, but it's back across the box. Yeah, hits off the bar, very close from Neto, very close. Yeah, look. If you're a long-term viewer of the watch-alongs, you know I'm not a huge fan of David Moyes. I'm more than open about that. I don't pretend to foul plays in Antonio. Mikhail, my boy. Every time we come close, this is flipping excellent. I'm not a big fan of David Moyes. Never have been, probably never will be. But the truth is that he deserves massive credit. He's turned this team into an absolute beast. And we're showing exactly what we're good at here. Look, we're a limited side. We're not unreal. We're not Manchester City. But what we do incredibly well. And right now, you're seeing exactly that. We've come in. We've made ourselves difficult to break down. And then from that, we're just breaking. We're breaking effectively. Ross Boss is in the chat. Absolute scenes, mate. What's going on? What's going on? I am Portuguese. Oh, fair enough, Ronaldo. Good to see you. If you said you were Brazilian, I would have been hyped as well, to be honest with you. I was just being polite. Shout out to Ronaldo. Both beautiful footballers. Both great countries. Portugal and Brazil. Great cross by Kufal for Antonio. Mate, he's having a good game, so Kufal's having it very good. What a crazy final for the road to Champions League place. Awesome. I mean, look, if we can make it, it would be unreal. Look. If we make it, we make it. I'm not sitting here thinking we're going to. However, we're refusing to quit right now. And as well, Declan, who don't know what you're talking about. Look, it's going to be difficult, but it's going to be difficult. However, we're showing it's not impossible. We're not a one-man team. I mean, if Souček goes down, then maybe we are. I don't know. But we're not a one-man team for now, specifically. I mean, we're showing a little bit more control here now. Just a little bit more measured success with the passing. Just not trying to just smack them on the counter-attack. Trying to get a little bit of... Just get our foot on the ball just a tad more. Not working perfectly, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I think Soufal is the most underrated player in the league. The man is a baller. Fair. That's a big claim. Big claim. I'd sell Rice to fund Jay Lings. An even bigger claim, Ray. Ray S, you wild boy. Love that. Love that madness from you. Love it. Who do you think we're going to get in the group stages? I'd have Barca right now. I don't mind having Barca right now. Listen, I want Barca. I want Dortmund. And I want PSG. Let's go in. You know, I want all the stadiums that I'd quite like to go to. FSB Gag, I'm trying to get to 100 subs. Can you help me, please? Good God for your watch on. Thank you, FSB Gag. Guys, go check out his videos if you like him. Give him a subscribe. Do you know what I mean? Do you think we'll face PSG or Bayern Munich in finals? I think Bayern Munich will beat PSG in the group stages, like I said. Then go through some of the easier teams, you know, your Real Madrids and whatnot in the knockout stages before Bayern in the finals. Wild. By the way, I got a chocolate orange yesterday. It wasn't an Easter egg though. Fuming. Russ. It's not acceptable, is it? We're being honest about it. It's not acceptable. I would be absolutely. I look. It's not okay. It's not okay. Good watching us this season. There's no passengers in this team. It's true. Everyone's working very hard together. I really like that. I'm a big fan of the workman-like attitude because it means when you get someone like Jesse Lingard who is doing that, but can just sprinkle a little bit of sauce on there, you're getting a more complete picture, a more complete side, and that's very exciting. Do you know what I mean? So it isn't just the workman-like. We're getting there. We're building something a little bit. God's sake, we're building something a little bit. I like to subscribe, turned on notifications. Thank you very much, Ronaldo. I appreciate it. Like, subscribe. Turn that bell on, guys. Get it on. You want to know when we're going live. Listen, we're live every single match day. I'm live here every single match day. But outside of that, there's big things going on all times. You know what I mean? We'll all be on the bus to Europe. Harrods Chat European bus. Can't wait. Let's go. We'll get there and then we'll park it. Let's go. That's all we need. It's all we need. Charlie, no offense, but West Ham would be knocked out of Champions League straight away because they're. Listen, Farhad, mate. Listen. Listen, Farhad. You can't blame us for dreaming. Is what I would say. You can't blame us for dreaming. You know. Wolverhampton getting their foot on the ball a lot right now, maintaining position, passing it around, looking for. They're not really successfully breaking us down a bit much. I mean, when we step forward, we stay pretty compact as a team, and when we step forward and our line gets a little bit high, Wolves can quite effectively hit it over the top to the wide areas and get a wide player in behind. But they're not getting through behind centrally, which is the key here. They're getting forward into the positions that we sort of tend to give opposition sides anyway. We're talking about those fullback positions. They tend to get into those positions quite effectively with long balls over the top. But once they're there, they're not really doing that much. They're not really doing that much, you know. I think it's sort of okay. We want to not be doing it so often, but it's not too much of a problem. So at that point, we're doing all right. And again, it's the counter-attack that's the effective source here. Now, this game's slowed down since the second goal, certainly, don't get me wrong. We're not going as ham and as wild as we once were, but we are at least finding some space, and we're finding some success right now. And with 2-0, we can sort of be okay doing that. We can sort of Good to see you, Jeffrey, my friend. How are you? I hope you're well. Robert Singleton as well just turned up. How nice to see you, Rob. Riding our luck a little bit to an extent, Rob, but I think that's the game plan. Our game plan is to allow them to come onto us and then to counterattack on the break. That's kind of the aim, right? That's kind of the aim. Justin says, West Ham needs to retain more possession. This looks precarious. Lingard is fantastic, but we don't seem to be comfortable even 2 goals up. I think we are calm. Honestly, I would disagree to an extent. I think this is the game plan. The game plan is to allow them to step onto us like we're doing right now. Their game plan is to allow them to break on them. That's what we've been doing all season. It's certainly not comfortable to watch, but it is sort of our idea. And Wolves would be doing the exact same thing if we weren't doing it more effectively. And again, they've decided to go more attacking because Declan Rice isn't there, which is fair enough. But ultimately, it's only benefiting us right now. Now, don't get me wrong. Since the second goal, it's certainly calmed down to an extent. The game is slowing just a tad. But that's all right. It's not the end of the world. The slower it happens, it sort of benefits them to an extent. But listen, if we sit and we adapt, that's what we want to do. That's what David Moyes wants, you know? Mikel Antonio just holding men off. He's just large. So saucy. He is very saucy. He is very saucy indeed. It's good to see him back. Hopefully he can last the full game. Because I was a bit concerned. Evan says, I love watching Riley read. What's Riley reading? Love watching her so much. Can't even spell her name. Disgraceful behavior. Doing something in the background while the game carries on. Again, it's bitty. We don't have is a huge amount of people going forward. We've sort of had how do I word this? Good to see you, Farhad. Thanks for coming, bro. Appreciate it. How is Rice injured? He's done his knee in on international duty, I believe. Correct me if I am wrong. Where are we at? If we're a bit stretched, and I think throughout the course of the season, what we've seen is our weak point is getting a little bit more stretched going forward. We're not the finished article up front yet. I think defensively we're very, very good, but certainly going forward we're not quite there. We're not Antonio side netting. Don't know why he went for that, but he tried at least. And to be fair, he's having a good game, so I'll let him off. I think that What was I saying? Yeah, I think we're not a finished article going forward. And that is kind of a difference for us. So we're looking at this game, right? We're 2-0 up, but what we're seeing is when we go for attack, sometimes we are very stretched. We're overly reliant on Mikel Antonio and I think to an extent Jesse Lingard. As time goes on, I'm hoping we can address that. I'm hoping David Moyes addresses that. And I think he can do, as Mikel Antonio is now down on the floor. We can address that. But for now, I will take it like this, just getting a replay of this Jesse Lingard goal is so good. It's so good. My God. It's so freaking good. Concern for Antonio. I'd be interested to see who comes on if Antonio does go down. Becky May asks, who scored? The first goal was Jesse Lingard. An absolute beautiful goal with his left foot on the counter-attack. The second one was Pablo Fornals, just passed it into the net. Remember those Antonio hamstrings? Here we go again. Listen, I've said it many times. He does not have hamstrings. He has cheese strings, brother. It's a deepness. 'Tis a deepness. Nay, legs. Jared Bowen's coming on. Okie dokie. Not personally the person I would go for. I mean, looking at the bench. I mean, you're looking at him, you're looking at Ben Rama, you're looking at Odebeku. Personally, I put Odebeku on. And I think it's a shame. Him not getting that time. I think it's a shame. It's also a shame because that's the best I've seen Antonio play in a long time. That's the most fit he's looked. That's the most capable he's looked. And yet, here we are. It sucks. It sucks. But then again, that's what we get when we don't buy a striker, I guess. I mean, the L's are evident to see. M. Silky says, I'm calling it now. Ben Rama scored his first West Ham goal tonight. I'd love to see it. He might come on. Now Bowen's coming on earlier. I think he probably will come on. I thought he was going to come on, but not the right time. But here I'm more than happy for it. And now Jesse Lingard, basically the only player in Wolves half, just sort of vaguely pressing, but with no real emphasis on it because what the heck is he meant to do by himself? I don't really know what he's meant to do. He's trying, no bless him. I'll be glad for Antonio doesn't beat the goal record. I think he will, Boo. I think, look, he's going to stay in here next season if we're being honest. He's going to stay, and I think by that point he will have it by the end of next season. I'm pretty certain he will. United fans says Proello Consulting. What would you say West Ham are lacking? I personally would say just a striker, someone pacey. Callum Wilson would have been class 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. I think now he's doing well at Newcastle, to be fair to the but it is what it is. First of all, thank you for coming. Subscribe, like the video, and all that good stuff. We need a backup striker. We need a backup centre midfielder as well. Honestly, we have a very thin squad. As Michael says here, our squad is thinner than water and getting thinner by the match. We have a very, very thin squad, and that's kind of the problem here. We need backups in a lot of positions. We probably need another attacking midfielder, especially if we let Yarmolenko, Lanzini, and Anderson go. We'll definitely need one. We need a backup striker. We need a backup centre midfielder. Defensively, I think we're good. You can make upgrades here and there, but I think actually the numbers are fine. And then we've got our goalkeeper situation needs to be sorted out relatively soon. But yeah. Gary, my friend, check the Discord and link below. Join it. It's free. There's links in there for you to see. Shout out to Ginge. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it, sir. We need a full squad for Europe, says D. I mean, look. It's a very fair point. controlling the ball now. I mean, again, the game is slowed down, and that's sort of okay. I think, if anything, that's going to calm David Moyes down a little bit. I'm interested to see now Bowen comes on, who ends up sort of vacating and who's sort of taking up the vacated striker role, who ends up sitting in that space, who ends up being the person to take that mantle on. I suspect it will be Jared, but I know it'll probably be Jesse Lingard, won't it? Great opportunity, but Traore's hit is directly at the goalkeeper. If that was anyone else, I'd maybe be a little bit more scared. Adama Traore is not an unreal finisher, and being that far away from goal in the centre would have to take something special to have beaten Lucas Fabianski. But yeah, I mean, you just suspect Lingard would be the one to stay up front. Jared Bowen is slightly better defensively than Jesse Lingard, so you suspect that would be the way around, but we'll see. Wolves again creating another opportunity. Free kick for them against Thomas Soucek. Lofted in from Wolves, free kick out to the back post. Kicked back in again, headed down. Can't really do anything. It's pinballing round. Lots of people in the box for Wolves right now. They can't really get it. Headed away. This is a great opportunity. Jesse Lingard's on the ball. He's run into a lot of people there. And he's just taking it past all of them. And he's through to Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen. Oh, it's 3. It's 3. I'm sorry. Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît. It's Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, West Ham United 3. I just typed in 43 by accident. What a counter-attack. Jesse Lingard. Lingardinho, J Lings. Beautiful, beautiful man. He collects the ball in our own half, and he has 4 different Wolves players around him and just powers through all of them. And then his pass to Jared Bowen is something else. I'm telling you, man, he just makes he makes football look easy. He makes football look easy. He is so good. The pass to Bowen is brilliant, and Bowen slots it home a lot more confidently, I'd give you that, than he did against Arsenal. That is a finish. He's just put it in close at the near post. Ruben Patricio can't get down quick enough. It's Wolverhampton 0. It's West Ham United 3. And it's Lingard is absolutely pulling Wolves apart here. Wolves can't deal with us. Wolves can't deal with us. Simple as Jared Bowen. Fair play, mate. Fair play. He's come on. He's got the goal. I wanted to see Odebeku, but listen, we're now 3-0 up. Bloxy, what are you watching on? I'm watching on Now TV and my goal. And my goal was a while before yours. Now TV, but specifically, I'll just flash it quickly so I don't get copyright. Now TV is on the phone, which I think is even further behind Now TV on computers and whatnot, because it's the cheapest way I can legally watch the matches. The Now TV Premier League pass on the phone, it's like $7.99 a month, something like that, for Premier League, for Sky Sports Premier League. So, mate, 3-0. 3-0. Flipping heck. I don't know what to say. You love to see it. The first thing to say is that you love to see it. Look, this counter-attacking thing is really doing well for us right now. Really doing well for us. Jesse Lingard, man. I'm on my phone and Now TV, but I don't know what's going on. Fabianski. I don't know if Bloxy is the word. I to be honest with you, I just accept that I'm behind everyone and move on with my life. Do you know what I mean? A great opportunity for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Play down the right hand side, who again they're finding a lot of joy and space down that right hand side. And William Jose, the ball across to him in the center is beautiful. And he tries to hit it, and Fabianski gets the save. It's close, but it's right at Fabianski, and then Neto, who follows up. First touch, it maybe comes to him ever so slightly fast. It hits off him and goes wide. Look, I can't act like we're not a little bit lucky to have gotten away with that one, but as I was saying before, Jesse Lingard, what a footballer. What an absolute footballer. What do you even do? What do you even do? Even say he's just balling out of control. He's just balling out of control right now. Podence, big kick, rugby style. Thoughts on Jesse Lingard, Sakurai, Jesse Lingard. Oh, he's just beautiful, isn't he? He's just so freaking good. He's just disgustingly good. He just can't help himself. Oh my God, Jesse Lingard. The thing I love about him, everything he does looks so easy. Like when he dribbles with the ball past 4 or 5 Wolves players, not past him, but with 4 or 5 Wolves players surrounding him right now, it was so simple for him. And then the pass to Bowen was just something else. The pass to Bowen was just something else. It really was. Like to see him, like he just lays it perfectly into his path, perfectly into Bowen's stride, and Bowen can just slot it home. And Bowen, to be fair, his finish was very, very good. Was very, very good. Good ball in, headed away from West Ham. Headed away. I was trying to figure out who that Wolves player was that was steaming down the left wing so fast and skipping past players easy. And then I remembered they had Adama Traore. It's 3-1. Very good. Very good from Wolves, to be fair. Very, very good from Wolves. Adama Traore creates it as well. Steaming down the left-hand side. Keeps going, keeps moving, keeps going. And you have to respect it. It's a good finish. I'll try to export this. Yeah, Adama does brilliantly there. He equally Jesse Lingard-esque is the way I would describe it. He just steams through. He just keeps going, and not a single West Ham player can stop him. Puts the ball in, an absolute peach with his left foot. And Podence, who was coming in late into the box, a very good header, very accomplished header, and Wolves get one back. It's Wolverhampton 1. It's West Ham United 3. And I'd like to welcome to the stream Geo Mackie. Geo, how are you?
Nervous. Nervous now. I was feeling really good until that, and I can't do it again. I cannot do this. This cannot happen one more. This cannot happen again.
Ray, how are you feeling? How are you?
Hey, how you doing, guys? Yeah, I've got visions of Arsenal game again, haven't we? Now I've just gotten one back.
Look, I'm going to say it. No, I'm not. I'm not two matches in a row.
I'm too scared. Charlie, I sat here at halftime with you saying, there's no way we're conceding 3. I am far too scared to repeat that. But
can we talk about that? Let's just say before we. All right, because we're all pussies. Look, flipping Jesse Lingard, man. How good is Jesse Lingard? It's disgusting. It's actually disgusting.
I'm starting to love him the same way I love Dimitri Payet. Dimitri Payet is like, give him the ball, something will happen. I honestly, since he's joined, you've got that vibe to Jesse Lingard every game. Give him the ball, something will happen. And that Bowen goal, he had about 5 Wolves players around him, and it looked like he lost control of it, and somehow he played Jared Bowen in.
I know, and not only did he play him in, perfectly in Jared Bowen's stride, behind the defender. Like, how?
With his weak foot, while surrounded by about 5 Wolves players. Just superb by Jesse. What a player he is.
Ray.
Yep.
I want to ask you, right? Are you like, how do I word this? When I don't even know how to word this. I'm still just a bit blown up. Okay. Do we miss Declan Rice really? Like, who is he? Like, if we're being honest about it, like, I'm just saying, bro, we're not that like it's not that deep. Like, this is the formation for it. Like, I don't think Noble's doing much, to be fair. But then, like, what's he?
Well, you know, you can't say we don't miss Declan.
Dude, I can. He's trash. Okay, I'm saying that for effect, to be clear. Carry on.
What I'm actually worried about now is if Moyes has seen this and he goes, well, let's green light Rice's transfer out because we don't need him. Could do with the money. That'd be worrying.
Geo, is this okay? Is this the way? Is this the way forward while Rice is out?
Probably.
Let me word it in a more polite way.
Probably, but it depends on the extent of Antonio's injury, doesn't it? Antonio was in beast mode tonight. Antonio was genuinely in beast mode. I was loving Antonio tonight until he got injured. But what I will say, when you look at Wolves' goal, and Traore sort of shrugs off Soufal the first time, someone comes flying in and tries to wipe him out, but he's too slow, and that's Mark Noble. Declan Rice makes that tackle. Declan Rice gets there in time to prevent that tackle. You watch it again. Mark Noble is about half a second too late, and it's a booking any day of the week. Traore goes down, but he doesn't. He stays on his feet because he's got 50 yards of green grass to run into. Rice gets over there. Rice does, and also someone got booked earlier. It was Diop's yellow card again. They broke from the counter attack. Mark Noble is in reverse. He's too slow. Diop brings him down because he thinks I'm not letting Traore go in a foot race with Mark Noble. Now, I know if Rice was playing, Rice would have probably been in the box, but it might be Masuaku or someone in Noble's position who would have had a chance a little bit. But saying that, I don't think Noble's playing badly, by the way. I don't think Noble's playing badly. I just think on a couple of occasions, his lack of pace has been there to see in the build-up to some of Wolves' attacks.
I think to be fair, I think the thing with the Noble slide challenge on Adama, I think you're probably giving Rice a bit too more, or you're not giving. I think you're not giving enough credit to Adama there. I think Adama takes it past anyone who tries to tackle him because it's Adama Traore. That's all he
might do, but also we've seen Declan Rice. I'm going back a couple of years now, right? But Marcus Rashford was one-on-one at the London Stadium, and Declan Rice come from nowhere and tackled him. Declan Rice is fast. Declan Rice is faster than people think. Adama Traore might win in a 100-meter sprint, but Traore's got the ball at his feet. He's got Soufal breathing down his neck as well. Declan Rice would have at least slowed him down. He might not have won the ball, but he would have at least slowed him down. Martin Noble did it. Martin Noble went through him and missed him. I thought it was just a bit silly.
Yeah, that's fair. Who is it who said? There you go. My takes are always bad, Silky. Look, you ain't been around here long, clearly, because all I do is bad takes. I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of these two for a moment because, frankly, I need to pee. So, enjoy these two who actually speak sense. See you in a sec.
Cheers, Walsh. Right, Ray, we'll take a little look at the live chat. So if you're in the live chat, get your comments in what you're thinking. I mean, some people must be getting a bit of deja vu here, right? 3-0 up, 3-1 at half time. Here we are. Here's Martin. He's saying as well, flashbacks intensifies. There's an element of that about this game. How confident? Forget the Arsenal game, Ray. Pretend that didn't happen because that is playing on everyone's mind right now. 3-1 at half time against Wolves. Are you feeling good?
Yeah, to be honest, I think we'll be able to see the rest of the game out. I'm kind of confident. I've said that now, so I think we've got lessons to learn from the Arsenal game, and they're going to be talking at half time. We can't have the same thing happen again. So they're going to be a lot more focused in their head. I think they're going to see out the game. It'll probably end up being a dull second half now, and it'd be 3-1 at the final finish.
Yeah, there's a bit of pressure on Moyes here a little bit because what you're going to do, you're a sub down. I think that's important that you've already used one of your subs. Bowen was always going to come on, possibly for Antonio or for Fornals or perhaps even Jesse Lingard. I think Bowen was always coming on. But now he's got a bit of a quick thing on his hand because also both our centre-backs, two of our centre-backs are in bookings as well, both early doors. And that Wolves front three keeps running at you. You've got to let them run past you, essentially, if you are if you're Dawson or Diop, you've got to just let them run. And that's dangerous. That is really, really dangerous. But I don't know. I think I'm feeling good. I was buzzing at 2-0 up and 3-0 up. It was just unbelievable. I'm still feeling confident, but we need to. One thing we can't do, which we did against Arsenal, we need to retain an attacking threat in this game. We need to. Wolves have got nothing to lose here, right? They're not getting relegated. They might as well lose 5-2, 5-6-3. They might as well lose and just throw the kitchen sink at us. So we have to then capitalise on that, them coming at us and break on the counter attack. Would you make any changes right at half time, or would you stick with?
I'd keep it like you've got to see how the first 10, 15 minutes go before you can make any subs at this stage. You know, if they come out flying at us and we don't counter as good as we did in the first half, then you've got to look to make some changes to make sure that we are better. You know, Bowen's come on and scored a fantastic goal. That was a wicked strike by him. So, you know, you've got Benrahma on the bench who can impact the game as well. But it's good to see that Masuaku's slotted back into the team.
Yeah,
well.
some people in the live chat saying perhaps getting Ryan Fredericks on. I think that's not a bad shout, actually. It's good to have him there if we need to, but I wouldn't go defensive yet. I would want to see this out a little bit. On Sky Sports now, they're just showing a repeat of all the goals and chances and stuff. And Jesse Lingard's goal, though, is just unbelievable. And he picks it up, 10 yards inside our own half. He just runs into the space, and he shows Cody one way, goes the other on his left foot, no problem. Slots it past Patricio. Just unbelievable. We could surely every game we watch him, Ray. I just think we're not going to get him in the summer now.
I know it's going to be tough. However, I've got a little bit of a confession. So I was watching the show beforehand. I'm knackered because we've been working, get the bar set up all day. So I fell a kip halfway between you and Gonzo's show. I didn't wake up until Charlie started clapping on the stream. I just literally fell straight asleep, and I was like, "Oh, what's that one?" Draw down the side of my face, had to work out, we get them buried. So I haven't even seen the Jesse Lingard goal yet. It's crazy.
It's a wonder goal. It is honestly a wonder goal. He gets inside our half and just runs. He just runs the line, like just directly into Wolves' box and just tucks it past Patricio. Really, really good goal.
They're just showing it now. Yeah, I'm just looking at. Oh, that's Messias, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sort of Chassin. It matches Ravel Morrison. I'm saying it's better than Ravel Morrison's. Ravel Morrison's goal was a fantastic goal, but he was almost through on goal when he got it. Yeah. Remember when Ravel got it? He was almost like he skipped past one defender by booting it past him and running, and then he was in. It was a better finish, but I do think he looks quick in that when he scores that goal. He looks pretty quick. Here I've got Bowen's goal on again now. Here he is, Lingard, 2, 3, 4 Wolves players around him. Just unbelievable. And that strike from Jared Bowen is it's vicious, isn't it?
Yeah, that is a great strike, especially someone that's like just warmed up, just come on the pitch, and he's just done that awesome strike. And I'm just seeing Fornals' goal as well. What a lovely little pass into the far corner. That was absolutely brilliant. So it's working well. And Masuaku getting the ball off of Lingard, as he's done his cheeky little flick, you know, he didn't give up. So that's the mentality of the West Ham team, is we're not giving up. So I reckon second half of the season, we've got this.
Hardy says Ravel's was better. Let's live chat, get them in. Whose was better? Jesse Lingard tonight or Ravel's against Spurs? Forget the opposition. Just the individual goal. Who do you think is better there? Michael's saying that he's worried about both centre-backs being on a yellow card. What we'll say about the bookings, though, Ray, is you see Bowen's goal there, Lingard, with all the players around him, not one Wolves player brings him down. There's 3 or 4 Wolves players could just trip up Jesse Lingard. They'll take a yellow card for it, but they stop the attack. They allow it to go. And what I will say to Diop in his favour, not so much Dawson because he has to do it. Neto's behind him, but Dawson does just completely just say no one's counter attacking here. Yellow card. I like that. You're taking it for the team. But anyway, the live chat split. Jamie says J Links, Pete saying Ravels, Charlie's Ravels, Carlos Ravels, Louise is J Links, Stefan's Lingard, Rudy says Ravels. Charlie, Ravel Morrison against Tottenham or Jesse Lingard tonight against Wolves? Which goal is better?
Probably. It's difficult. See, the thing is, when I think about Ravels, I think about the dink at the end, which is just no, that's dirty. But like overall, you've probably Lingard's. I mean, Lingard's is kind of a dink as well. It's more of a like stroked it home, but it does go up and over the goalkeeper. So you got to give it credit it deserves, I guess.
Yeah, Jesse's run, but Ravel's finish is what I would say. I do. So I went with Ravel. I went with Lingard. I think that was better than what. Anyway, Mr. Walsh, I'm going to leave it in your hands. Before I go, Charlie.
Thank you.
And Ray, what's your final score predictions?
Oh, Geo, you want to tempt it anymore? Ray, you can go first.
You
know what I'm like on Two Spanners, Ray. When I don't have an answer, I just let you go first, and then I think for a while.
And this is a great way to plug the show, isn't it?
Two Spanners, One Hammer, a Hammers Chat Patreon exclusive podcast that's made just for you. I mean, go patreon.com/Hammers Chat. If you want to get involved, the link is below.
And I've got a question for Geo. How many mugs you got left?
I've got quite a few. Not that much, actually. We've sold quite a lot. We don't have many mugs left, so I'm not going to advertise it because there's not enough. There's not enough.
I need 2 at payday. Can you save me 2?
Do you know something? We've got a T-shirt coming out this week, and it's going to look lovely, isn't it, Charlie? It's going to look lovely. But anyway, I'm going to say 4-2. A lot of the live chat saying 4-2. I agree with them. I think a goal each in the second half. I just hope we get the one before they do. Otherwise, my arse is not going to be good for me driving the second half. I am nervous, boys. I am really, really nervous. We win, we go 4th. Unbelievable. We draw tonight, and it's going to feel like a defeat. I think the players need this. The players need a bit of a reminder that they can do this without Declan Rice. The fans are worried, but the players will be worried too. Solskjaer will be worried without Rice being there. Dawson and Diop will be worried without having Rice in front of them. And I think everybody just needs a little bit of evidence that actually we can win without Declan Rice in the team. And we've got it so far in the first half, but the question is, can we do it in the second half? Because, well, to hold on to a lead, you normally need Declan Rice in the team.
True. Okay, just before you go, Geo, Where's the bet? What's the bet saying?
Oh, Willie and Josie needs to score. Martin Noble needs to get booked. If that 2 things happen, then 2 people win 250 quid.
Just a quick update. Appreciate it. Thank you, Gio, for coming.
I'm going to disappear. Take care, guys. Ta-da!
Cheers.
Bye.
Score prediction, Ray?
3-1.
Oh, stays the same. Stays the same.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a boring second half, to be honest. And I'll be happy with that because that means we won.
I mean, yeah, I'd be more than happy with that. I said this when it was 1-0. I went, do you know what? I'd take this. I'm fine with that. Let's just take it now. We move and everything else.
I just want to get us over that hurdle. That and Gio's right in what he's saying. Don't tell him I said that.
Never.
Is that we just need that win to get that mindset. We had the draw 3-3, and then this time we've lost Declan Rice. We're 3-1 up at halftime, exactly the same. If we can push that over that line, then that just gets us into that next level of the last 8 games going on. And what a great squad we've got. If you look at the whole season, and we'll talk about this at the end of the season review, but all the subs are making impacts. Look at Masuaku. He set up the second goal. I don't mean call him sub because he started, but then you've got Bowen coming on off the bench and scoring a goal, impacting the game. Our subs this season are doing really well.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I thank you very much, Ray. I would say, I don't know yet. Let's say 4-1. I'll go in between the both of you. There you go.
Yeah.
I'll go perfectly in between the both of you. God knows. God knows.
Stuck in the middle of me.
Yeah. And just in case, listen, Jeffrey Stelly, and for the people at the back, listen, if you haven't heard, 2 Spanners, 1 Hammer, the Hammers Chat Trade Patreon exclusive podcast made just for you. Myself and Ray, you can come in and guest on it if you want. If you're a patron and you want to guest on us, let us know. And you can come on, like Slim Reaper, for example, mentioned it earlier. You can come on and come guest. Come have some fun among all the other beautiful things that happen on Hammers Chat Patreon, the pre-match shows, the morning shows, Geo's tactical previews, the mugs of tea, the audio, if you want the audio versions. Look, there's tons of stuff there. Patreon.com/Hammers Chat. There'll be an episode of 2 Spanners, 1 Hammer tomorrow. What a time to be alive. Ray, for your information, I'm thinking 6 o'clock record time. I haven't figured it out yet. We'll figure it out. I'll get the text.
It?
Don't ask me questions like that. Don't ask me questions. I do. The guest is sorted. But I'll think saying 6 p.m. tomorrow. I'm saying 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Cool.
But there we go. Just in case you didn't know about the Patreon. Just in case you didn't know.
Come join us.
Come join us. Exactly.
Did you hear what I was saying to Geo earlier? You woke me up after the first goal, so I didn't actually watch the first 10 minutes.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's good.
It's useful, I guess, but I do apologise to an extent.
So I fell asleep watching Geo and Gonzo, and then I woke up with you clapping, and I was just like, you know when you just wake up and you're like, what's going on? And I literally had drool going down my face. I was like, oh, this is so sexy.
Yeah. Listen, you're a beautiful man, and nothing could convince me otherwise. Nothing could convince me otherwise.
How exciting is this? I'm
already very excited. Whatever it is going to be. Oh, big. I finished my egg.
Did you?
I finished it earlier today. It's gone now. I just had the last bit when I was just off stream. There, it's all gone now. All gone. So I do have though a Milky Way crispy roll. So that'll be beautiful stuff. Hey, listen, if you're here just for half time talk and you're going to go head off for the second half, then thank you very much for joining us. Subscribe while you're here, like the video, of course. We're live throughout every single West Ham game, all of them. Any name one, we're here doing our thing, and we appreciate you coming at every point. Fabio Silva is coming on for Podence for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Podence, of course, a goal scorer. I thought I had an okay game, but an interesting substitution, nevertheless. But yeah, thank you all for coming. Like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're live until full time, when we'll be handing over to Geo Gonzo to do their live review. We'll be posting the link in the live chat to make it as easy as humanly possible for you to do. Literally, you don't have to do a single thing here. You don't have to do a single. Ray, how much do they have to do?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. It's the kind of service we provide.
Right, I'm going to go eat my cream egg.
Love that.
And I'll see you later.
See you later, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you very much. Ray Borum, everyone. Bye. My co-host, of course, for Two Spatters, One Hammer. If you want, you can come on it. You come on. So underrated. Bro, you're telling me, Nick, these, right? One of the most underrated chocolates you can get. You get the box with like 5 in, mate. You're having a flipping ball. You're having a flipping ball, baby. Cheers. I'll let him know, Fo. I'll let him know. She has, to be fair. She has. Yeah. It's a good question, Wally. It's a good question. Fo knows Fo has a forever invitation to come on any show I ever do. Fo, if he wants to come on this, a top lad, if he wants to come on my actual videos, if he wants to come on Spatters, I don't care. If Fo ever goes, I'm up for it. It's happening. It's happening. You know? Even if I'm on like Lee's show, I'll just bring him on. Positive for West Ham. Jay Lings is 4th choice in Manchester United. Yeah, I saw you say that during the thing, and I clicked on it to pull it up for everyone. Ray, pardon me. I think that's a fair point. Look, he's leaving. He is leaving Manchester United. He's not staying. That's just a fact. He's not. He will go. It's just about how much for and who to, but it will happen. Jesse Lingard chasing down there, pushing the Wolves defender as far as they can. He is leaving no matter what. It does not matter. It's just a case of how much for and to who to. But we'll see. Tunnock's Caramel is the one. Kieran, you're speaking my language. Tunnock's Caramel is the one. Hey, listen, what did everyone have for Easter? What was everyone's Easter egg? Let's get that chat going, shall we? I had a lint one bought for me by the amazing Rebecca. Because I can't afford one of those because I'm poor af. So what's everyone's Easter? Did everyone enjoy their Easter? You know, while Wolves almost score, did everyone enjoy their Easter? Tunnock's Caramel, beautiful. Imagine if they did an Easter egg. That would be next level. Foe, liar. You lie. You lie. Oh, I never. Don't worry, Ray. I was just letting you know that I've already seen it. I'm happy. You don't have to. You don't have to apologize at all, sir. You don't have to apologize at all. Cresswell with a solid pass back to Fabianski, just taking no risks. In the early stages, certainly been told here not to take any risks, really. Just keeping the passing calm and whatnot. Trying to just keep possession of the ball. Because ultimately, possession retention is a form of defense as much as defending is a form of defense. If you have the ball, then they can't do anything. That's why Pep works so well. So we're just keeping it calm, just keeping possession right now. We're not going too wild, not trying to break on the counter-attack as such. An interesting prospect, but we'll see how it ends up playing out. Probably an energy-saving maneuver, if anything else. We'll see. Ura says Jesse has 1 year left on his contract, and with this form, I think he's worth 30 million. That's fair. I think that's a lot, but I appreciate that. Fair. I still think it's probably a bit much, though. I don't know. I had an Oreo and a Cadbury. Oh, Bloxy. It was like Oreo bits, white chocolate. That sounds beautiful. Do you know what I had actually? I had a dairy milk bar the other day, which was that and Dime. Oh, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just beautiful. Just, it was all of those. It's the aggressive one and the calm one. Dairy milk Easter egg is a classic. It is a classic. Charlie, how excited are you for Space Jam 2? You seem like a Space Jam guy. I'll tell you what, here's the thing. I saw Space Jam 1 quite a lot as a child, but I haven't seen it since I was maybe 12, 13, something like that. So I'd be interested to see if it still holds up. Space Jam 2, though, relatively excited. I wouldn't say brimming, not overly hyped, but I'm certainly anticipating. I think most of my excitement currently is spent thinking about Resident Evil 8, Village, the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, Deathloop, and the new Ratchet & Clank game that's coming out. But we'll see. I mean, there's lots of Space Jam 2 going on for stuff on Twitter earlier, so I did have a little gander. Had a great game with a partner and kids painting kind of boiled eggs yourself. So that sounds beautiful, right? That sounds very nice. Had my egg. Me and the have played some games together. Had a little call with Tom about FIFA. Good stuff. Just a nice relaxing day. Just a nice relaxing day, My birthday yesterday, Easter says, "Hoorah, happy birthday for a start." I used to have a friend of mine when I was a kid. My birthday was on Christmas Day, which is an L, if I'm being honest. Reese's Pieces of Ronaldo, big. Ancient Aliens, it's all true. Let's be honest, the refs seeing a lot of luck let about Arsenal back into that game. I think that's potentially true. I think I think you're giving them less credit than they deserve, Nick, but I think that's probably fair. I think that is probably you're not unlucky. You're not unlucky that there is a level of truth to that. I think we'll see Fornals drop in and go 5-3-2. I'd be disappointed if that was the case. I mean, look, if we win, we win. But I do think this formation, the 5 at the back, just works significantly better when it's a 5-2-3 or 3-4-3, however you want to look at it. I think that works a lot better for us than when we end up going with a 5-3-2. That just doesn't seem to. It just doesn't seem to work for us for some reason. I don't know why. We're a good film to watch. Only if you've seen Hellboy. I haven't seen Hellboy. That's a good shout. Or League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I haven't seen either of them. Always been on the watch list, but never got round to it. I play FIFA. I also played my career mode. West Ham won the Champions League. Nice, Bloxy. Nice, Peachy. I appreciate that. I'm looking for this week on my channel. We've got some FIFA stuff coming up on A Top Blood, which is going to be exciting. I packed this weekend, guys. I don't want to get you too overexcited while the ball's just being passed about in the back. I could talk about this. I packed that Thomas Souček, the 87 rated one. Don't worry about it. He's in. Yeah, Thomas Souček in the club. I also packed the 88 foot birthdays Emre Can. So my team has been evolving over the weekend. I can't get Souček to start, unfortunately, but so that's an L. But he does come off the bench along with Jordan Hugo in my games now, so that's all good. A good counter-attacking opportunity from West Ham here. Alpha Masuaku making the underlap, can't quite be found by Jesse Lingard. Keeps it calm. There's a lot of space. The game's pace is obviously slowed down quite a lot. The game's pace is obviously slowed down quite a lot now, which, if we're being honest, probably suits us more than it suits Wolves. But it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It just feels a little bit calmer. It's got a little bit of a vibe of a pre-season game at this point. Masuaku whips it in, just wide. Shape of Water, Ray. I need to see that film so badly. I've been desperate to see it. I wanted to go see it in the cinema. We just never got around to it. I mean, and now I really want to watch it. I really wanted to watch it for a while. Big Hellboy talk. Love to see it. Masuaku playing decent. He is. I agree. Nice wing play as well. Yeah, we're looking decent. We're sort of moving it around a bit, which is good. Ronaldo, good to see you, my friend. Cheers for coming. Yeah. Corner came in, cleared away from Wolves now. Back in, Cresswell puts it into a good position. Bowen headed wide from Jared Bowen. Good opportunity. Great cross from Aaron Cresswell again, actually. Cresswell, I mean, a centre back in a back three is just Cresswell's perfect position, I think, really. It allows him the space to get forward to cross from slightly deeper, and it means he doesn't have to defend against the pace as often. He has a little bit more support there. I think Aaron Cresswell at left centre back in a back three is potentially the best position for him. If we were to get maybe another left back, a more attacking one, that'd be nice. Not that Masuaku's that bad. He's very good going forward. He's just not quite got the defensive side of his game down. But going forward, he's obviously very good. But that cross from Cresswell for Bowen was very, very good. Ray, I'm off Charlie to watch all 3 Blade films. Have a good night. Enjoy your Blade marathon. Ray, enjoy yourself. I hope you're good. I'm going out. Adam says he's going out tomorrow to stock up on Easter eggs when they're on sale. Sir, you're talking my language. I need to get heavily involved. You see any Easter eggs I see online are getting snapped up. Waller says Charlie says, let's get to 300 like. Listen, I'm not one of those people who's going to ask for a like spike. We're on 228 right now. Is 300 possible? I'm not certain it is, but hey, like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're at it. Of course. Fan of the Big Bang Theory. I enjoyed the first series. Past that, I didn't watch too much, and I felt like for me it dropped off slightly after that. First series I thought was decent enough, but I haven't watched that much. I haven't watched that much, to be fair. Similarly, have you watched Game of Thrones at all? I have not. I mean, I love Game of Thrones as the dragon person, and they're taking the hobbits to Isengard and all that. You know what I mean? I have not watched Game of Thrones at all. I haven't seen a single episode. I have the first book at my mum's house, but I've never read it. Pablo Fornals is down, but nothing serious. Wolves just carry on playing around him. They're not fussed. Again, the pace is really slowed down. Now, and I think that's sort of by design. I think both teams have been relatively happy with that. Us especially. Wolves' biggest strength with the players they have, the pace they have is on the counter attack, and we're just not letting them counter attack. They're sort of looking at it and trying to pass the ball around and find the space, and that's probably why they brought on Silva for Podence to an extent. And they do see space in behind the back, down sort of wide positions where the fullbacks would get forward to get a cross in. They do sort of find that space a lot. They like to ping it over the top towards those spaces, and they figure it out pretty well. But outside of that, we're not really seeing much counter-attacking from. We're just not letting them counter-attack, and what's that's resulting in is a very slow-paced game. And when we have possession, unless we are on the counter-attack, we are taking a long time. We're taking a long time, and again, kind of by design, we're sitting back and we're sort of moving the ball slowly through the stages. It's not going too wild. We're over 10 minutes into this second half, and not much has happened. One or two flashes at goal, but that's it. But not much. Not much, which is why we can sit and have conversations about we can have conversations about Game of Thrones and whatnot. Is Aaron playing well? Yeah, I think he is. I think he is, Kareem. I think he is. Charlie could have been in Game of Thrones. Now listen, I am the big one, the wall or whatever, the strong bloke. Would have made a solid Jon Snow. He's the one who has the big coat on, isn't he? And you know nothing, Jon Snow. See, I know things. I know stuff. You can't tell me I don't know things. I don't know things. I haven't seen Breaking Bad either, Lewis. I haven't seen a single episode. Been told it bangs. Of course I've been told it bangs. Everyone went on about it. But I haven't seen it. Haven't seen it. The autumn is happening or whatever. You know what I mean? The autumn... spring is on the way, Suchek gets a handball. There was something for a split second there. There was a lot of, I thought it was a ting. So listen, I backed it. And no one else backed it. I backed it, bruv. Bowen flashes it across the box. It's palmed away into the path of Suchek, and it hits on his hand. It ends up in the net, but I think that is a handball. I backed it. Half time I backed it and no one else did. I'm just saying. Where you live, mate? House, innit? Any house? Born and raised North London for most of my life. That's all I'm going to say on that. Summer is coming. Summer is coming, Oh, chilly. I think that's as many different ways I can think of to word that. Do you think Mark Noble would be more effective off the bench to slow the game down and add experience? I think he'd be more. I just think it's a case of using him in the right way. When I look at any of it, it's just not the pace, right? It just isn't. I think today we've used him in a much better position than we did, for example, last time he got subbed on. I think that's the key to Mark Noble's success at this point. It just ain't a ting, It's about how we use him as opposed to where. CW, where you been hiding? No game. Listen, Fo. Okay, right. Here's the thing we're gonna do, chat. I want you to name a show or film you think everyone has seen and is a banger. Something that's so good. Great opportunity, save Fabianski. Excellent task. Name something, a show or film you think everyone should have seen or everyone has seen. And I'll prove to you where I've been hiding, which is apparently not watching film and TV because it's bad. It's bad. Cool Runnings, never seen it. Performer 91. Feel the rhythm, feel the vibe. Something. It's bobsled time, but never seen it. Heard it's good. Star Wars, I have seen episodes 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, and Rogue One, but haven't seen the other ones. The Matrix, I've seen none of those. Despicable Me, not seen any of those. The Kingsman, not seen any of those. Airplane, is that the parody one? Because if it's the parody one, I've seen that one with what's his name, Leslie Nielsen. I've seen that. Yeah, Green Street, not seen that. Lost, nothing. Unpopular, but Brooklyn Nine-Nine, banger. I have seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, to be fair, but I haven't seen the last 2 or 3 series. Fargo, not seen that. Haven't seen a single James Bond. Groundhog Day, never seen it. Solid joke about watching it over and over again, though. Lock, Stock, not seen. Coming to America, not seen. Pulp Fiction, never seen that. Sharknado is a banger, and I won't be told otherwise. Correct answer, Clips. Correct answer. I haven't seen it, but I respect the answer. I've seen The Room, though, many times. I've got it on Blu-ray. Magnificent Seven, not seen. June, not seen. I have seen both of those. and I've seen both versions of Charlie Chocolate Factory, the original one and the Tim Burton one. I have seen both of those. You'd expect that from me, though. Dark Knight I have seen because I love Batman. So I have seen Dark Knight. I'm a big Batman fan. Not where the hell have you been? Just about. Dodgeball, not seen. Johnny English. I have seen the first Johnny English, but I haven't seen any of the subsequent ones. The first one is great. Snakes on a Plane, not seen that. Clockwork Orange, not seen that. Room is a legend of a film. It just is. It's a banger. It's a banger. I freaking love that film. Jungle Book I saw when I was like 5, but I can't remember it. I remember the songs. I have the songs because my dad had the record of the soundtrack, so I know all the songs from it, but I haven't seen it since a long time. Pirates of the Caribbean 1 I saw when it first came out because my nan had it on DVD. Good ball in from Pedro Neto, wide. My nan had it on DVD, so I watched it then, but I watched the second one about a month ago. And it was long. It was very long. Bird Box, nope. If you like The Room, you've got to watch Neil Breen's films. I'll have a look, Ben. I'll have a look. I've never heard of Neil Breen, but it sounds like something I've been. I learned that Charlie had a TV when he was young and then it got taken away. I mean, Mega Shark versus Mega Shark, no. Indiana Jones, haven't seen any of them. I've been asleep, so can you see the lineup? I can. The lineup is, I accidentally deleted the thing, so I can't click on it, but the lineup is Fabianski, Kufal, Dawson, Diop, Cresswell, Masuaku. In defense is a back 5. There is no Declan Rice, of course, so it is Mark Noble and Thomas Souček in midfield. With the start was Pablo Fornals, Antonio, and Jesse Lingard. Antonio, however, went off injured, and so in his place came on Jared Bowen. Trains, planes, and automobiles, nope. Not seen that. Peachy, good to see you. Let's pray the next game doesn't end like ours. Let's hope for our best. Thank you. Good to see you, Peachy. Shawshank Redemption, never seen. Naked Gun, I have seen some of them, but I'm not sure which ones. I've also seen Spy Hard, is that what it's called? The other one, which is sort of Naked Gun E, but more like James Bond. I have seen that as well. Leslie Nielsen's just a good lad, isn't he? Is that Birdemic? Because I haven't seen that. Charlie Discord has 1,000 members. 1,000 members of Discord, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for everyone for joining. If you haven't, of course, it's 3 in the link description below. Links to the matches, everything else. Also, just good chat. Do you know what I mean? Go and get involved. Go get involved. Thank you, everyone, for making it 1,000. We started less than a year ago. I've done nothing but plug it on these streams constantly. But still, Debbie does Dallas nothing. Friday night dinner. I have seen like half of the first series. It's a good show, though. Good show. Rest of it, lost on me. Also, Jim, Mark Heap, unreal actor, spaced. Green Men. All the Naked Film, they are. I've seen some of them. I don't know which ones, but the ones I've seen are great. Here you go. I mean, that's just proof. That's just proof. Dances with Wolves, a Jesse Lingard story. Mate, the way he just slipped through like that, not a ting. Not a ting, you know? Lingard will be sought after by many clubs. There will be a bidding war. Yeah, I mean, that we'll see how it goes. Ben Johnson coming on for off Masuaku. You suspect because of his legs not being up to scratch yet. But a fair enough substitution, and Ben Johnson getting more game time. I'm never going to complain too much about. But yeah, Jesse Lingard's an interesting one. We'll see what happens. I think, look, the more he plays, the more he scores, the better it is for us in terms of, look, if he goes at the end of the season, we don't end up buying him, but he fires us into Europe, what a time to be alive. Do you know what I mean? Thank you for your service. Get head off on into the thing. But the better he plays for us, the more likely he is to join us or want to join us as well, which gives us an advantage over everyone else. How much it's going to be for, God knows. God knows. But we can hope for the best. We can only hope for the best. Any Austin Powers? I watched one when I was a kid, but I don't remember which one. And I don't remember anything about it. I don't remember anything about it. So, you know. Banshee, no. Trading Places, no. The In-Betweeners, I've seen like 3 episodes maybe. So let's just say no. Let's just say no and let's just be fair about it. I get the reference though. get the reference though. I'm just really bad at seeing stuff. Do you know what I mean? I'm just really horrendously bad at seeing stuff. I've also just seen the chat, the score, so that's fine. I'm just really bad at watching things. I don't know why. It's just the way I live my life. Oh, Fabio Silva. It's a great finish, to be fair, for Wolves. It's an excellent finish. So the ball is played well by Wolverhampton. They're just slowly getting it round, and it is a sort of ball over the top. I said that's been their danger point, and they've pulled it up again. The ball over the top to Fabio Silva, who's running off Issa Diop, and between. He's where Aaron Cresswell should be, and he's off Issa Diop. Good control and an excellent finish. Slots it in to the bottom corner across Fabianski. Very good finish from Fabio Silva. A good goal from Wolves. And it's that thing we've picked out constantly during this game. There is space in behind. That's the only time they can find it. Playing a long ball chipped over the sort of surprisingly high line in behind those gaps. And it's a thing. 3-2 is the scoreline now. 3-2 the scoreline with about 22 minutes to go or so. 22 minutes to go or so. We'll see how it ends. But there's a lot of pressure on Moyes at this point. He's just closed in on there and he shook his head. And there's a lot of pressure on him to figure out what to do now. Wolves have certainly been the better of the two sides in the second half. And they were probably, you'd argue, at least have the lion's share in the first half as well, but our counter-attacking was so strong that it just made it a different prospect. At this point, though, the second half especially, we've not really found that counter-attacking option too often. We're sitting here and figuring out what to do, and there's a lot of pressure on David Moyes. I mean, look, although Arsenal ended up a draw, it certainly felt like a loss, and it was something that felt like a loss off the back of another loss. So at this point, he has to sort of low-key get his finger out of his arse and think about it a little bit. Now, I don't know what the changes are because we're holding them off relatively well. But they're in again here, Wolves around the back. It's not in a good position, but they're getting in behind. They're finding the space. Hit high and wide from Wolves Dendonka. The subs, looking at him. We have Martin Trott, because of course we do. Fredericks, Balbuena, Alves, Ben Rama, and Odebeke on the bench. What could David Moyes do? I don't know. I don't know. Part of the problem as well is we have two centre-backs on. Out of our three centre-backs, one of them's Cresswell and the other two have the yellow cards. So we're slightly weak in that sense as well. But this would be our third and final substitution. And is it smart to try and bring on, say... I mean, again, we'll look at the bench very quickly again. Is it smart to try and look at Balbuena or even Alves, but probably Balbuena to come on at centre-back in order to try and shore up the defence? When arguably you think if we get a fourth goal, as Bus Driver's just saying, I think that probably ends it. A fourth goal, I would suspect, would kill off the game. But do we have that in us? It's a big decision for David Moyes. And when he's needed to make them at times, he has frozen a little bit in the headlights. Wolves aren't afraid to make any substitutions. They're making enough one now. And it's Willian Jose is coming off some Vitinha is coming on. Willian Jose and yet to score a goal for Wolves since making his move there. Today was not his day. Don't know, Chancellor. Don't know. What do we all think? What substitution would you make? If you're in David Moyes' shoes right now, what substitution would you make to try and change this game? You going more attacking? Are you going more attacking? Are you bringing on, say, a Ben Rama or an Odubeku? That's an option. You going more defensive? Are you bringing on a Balbuena for Diop or Dawson? What are you thinking? What do you do right now? Because God knows, I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. Justin Lewis is Ben Rama for Noble. Okay, as maybe leaving the defense a little bit exposed, but I understand. You could put Pablo Fornals back into that central midfield area, try and get your foot a little bit on the ball to an extent, and then put Ben Rama in a more attacking position. I mean, it could work out. It could work out. Benny for Noble, hold the ball more, keep up a threat. Chris is saying the same sort of thing. I think it's an idea. It's certainly an idea. I don't know whether I agree with it, but it is certainly an idea. Hold firm, no sub, says Adrian. I think that's probably what Moyes is going to do for now. I don't think we're going to see it because, again, this would be his third and final sub, so we only have one substitute left. So I do suspect that's probably what's going to happen. But no, without Noble, we literally have seen 40 to 50 fewer passes backwards or level. Got to have it. Exactly. Get Benny on. I don't know. I don't know, Jeffrey, is what I would say. I don't know. I honestly don't think Mark Noble's been bad today. At half time, when I said who's Declan Rice, I was being a bit facetious, but I don't think if Mark Noble's been that bad, Did William Jose get a shot on target? Honestly, I don't remember. Oh, I could pull up the who scored. Let's pull up the who scored, shall we? And have a little cheeky gander at the match center. See what happens. Shots on target. William Jose had one shot on target. What an exciting time to be alive. Let's show you that now. We'll do this. We'll press this button here. So as you can see, William Jose here had one shot on target. Yeah. Diop and Dawson on a yellow card is troublesome. Yeah, that's my concern. My concern. Playing with no 10 men. Noble is playing zero function. Disagree strongly with that one in a circle. I think he's been fine. If you say he'd had a poor game or whatever, I think we can have a conversation. But zero function and that we're playing with 10, I disagree with. Fredericks on for Noble Fornals to sit deep and put Fredericks in a sort of position ahead of Kufal. You could do something like that. I see what you're saying. Bro, I agree with you. Bro, but I think we're in the minority at this point. We can't defend a 1-goal lead. Diop is fairly woeful, certainly not solid. Moyes won't change. We shouldn't play defensive, keep attacking. Park of the bus will put extra pressure on players. That I do strongly agree with, Arjun. Strongly agree with that. I imagine Moyes is going to leave this as it is. That's what I think is going to happen as well, if we're being honest. This isn't a game for Benny now. We'll hold the ball up, not for me, but maybe he could take the pressure off your midfield by running at their defenders. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We always think about defense as you have to bring defenders on and stand back and be more resolute. But actually attacking and also keeping possession of the ball are ways of defending. If they can't do stuff, if you're making them move back, you are defending, you are stopping them, you are forcing them to do something they don't want to do, in the same way that if they're trying to break through and you stand in front of them, they can't. It's the same principle, it's just differently applied, right? So if you bring on Ben Rama, although it doesn't seem like, I almost poked myself in the eye there like an idiot. If you bring on Ben Rama, although it doesn't necessarily seem like a defensive mood, you can put Ben Rama in a position where he's getting the ball and running at their defense. And that instead can move it in a different way. That instead can move the ball in a different way. You're getting the ball out and forward. And then that ultimately is a way of defending. You know. That's my opinion on that. But again, the game's still very slow at this point. And Wolves are sort of Wolves are looking more dangerous when they're Ben Rama is about to come on, I can see. Wolves are at their most dangerous with their long field balls, their long balls. They've been playing a lot of long. Pablo Fornal's coming off for side Ben Rama. Interesting idea. Not one I expected to happen, but interesting idea. I see sort of. Yeah, he probably comes on it. I mean, we're just looking to try and get him the ball, try and get the ball out of possession now. Release the pressure a little bit. Should now be off. Yeah, that's it, Ironix, right? We're just looking to trying to get a little bit less pressure on that. Turn the valve down a little bit, get the ball out and farther away. Because again, Wolves' biggest problem, Wolves' most dangerous attacks here are when they're putting the ball over the top, when they're hitting that long cross field ball in and behind the back line, who are much higher than I would expect them to be. That's where they're seeing a lot of their joy. That's where they're seeing a lot of their attacks happen. But honestly, that's it. I think in reality, the way we have to get our foot on the ball a little bit more, force them further back so they can't hit us like that, because that's the dangerous thing now. Lucas Fabianski with some exquisite time wasting. Exquisite time wasting. How long left of the match, asks Adam. We're in the 79th minute, sorry. So 11 plus stoppage left. 11 plus stoppage left. Question for Noble Haters: what would you have done differently in this game? Who in midfield? I think that it was the correct decision. I think this was the perfect lineup, if I'm being honest. I can't see what else we could have done. I think it was the perfect decision. I said this to you this afternoon, Rebecca, before the lineups were even announced. Play a back five, put him in with one of the two positions, the same style we were doing before, and have him in place Rice. I think that's the smartest decision we could have made. I think it was the right one personally. Again, it's very easy to sit and blame the individuals. We can sit and go, well, Rice flipping Noble's in, therefore that's why we lost, forgetting that Rice was also playing in the game against Arsenal and a similar thing happened, right? It's not a case of it's easy to point the finger at the individual and not look at the overall tactics and say, actually, we're inviting a bit too much pressure onto ourselves. Now, again, I think we're doing all right here. I don't think we're doing that badly. They are slightly too often pinging a ball over the top and it finding space. But ultimately, what are you meant to do? That's our line is a bit high. Would you step off even more? And this is the thing. Ben's brought up Connor commentary here. I don't hate Noble, but I did want Connor commentary to play alongside Chusek today. For me, and again, the exact same. I mean, he's not played any senior football, really. I want to see us play I want to see us play our youth team players as much as humanly possible. He is... I'm all about it. I am 100% all about it. What I would say is this, and I'm looking at his Wikipedia now to sort of fully figure this out, and I'll show you exactly. I'm looking at Connor. There he is. It's Connor commentary. He's doing his thing. You're seeing here. I mean, he's only played 7 senior football games in League One, and then 3 for us. That's 10. That's 10 senior games, and we're saying he would be a better option than Mark Noble. I don't know if that's true. There's certainly no evidence of it being true. That's what I would say about Connor commentary. I want him in the squad. Now, why he's not in the squad, I have no freaking idea. I have no freaking idea why he's not in the squad. He should be on the bench. He's been on the bench previously. There's this idea of this bubble thing that keeps happening. One, you've had enough time to figure out that he was going to be injured, so freaking sort it out. 2, he's been on ting. He's been on the bench already. So what's going on here? I don't understand. Yeah, I'm only using it just specifically for appearances right now. I just needed a quick one. Just a quick one, you know what I mean? And they show it in an easier format from one click as opposed to like 2 or 3. Especially when, I'm sitting here on the thing, on the show. Do you know what I mean? What do I see? Thoughts on Ben Rama, says A. DaCosta. I think he's a baller, bruv. I think he's an absolute baller, and I hope he gets more and more game time, because him with Lingard, that sounds like a beautiful beautiful pairing. Maybe Fornals in there. Get that sort of behind the striker. I'm having a grand old time with that. We've run out of steam. It certainly does feel a little bit like that way. I think both teams feel quite laggy and tired right now, but certainly we seem more tired and laggy out of the two of them. I can't be asked. That's my opinion. We really should push to sign Jesse Lingard. We can't. We could also look at players like Basuma, Leicester, and Oxmoors. Look, Basuma, I agree with you, gamer. The second two, I can't say. Listen, the second two, Mr. Leicester, for example, you probably know significantly more about than I do. But Basuma, I think, is a baller. I would very much like to see him, especially if Declan Rice ends up leaving. I would love to see Basuma come in as a replacement. And Jesse Lingard, I mean, he's just vital, isn't he? He's just vital, gamer, isn't he? Any gamer, huh? Better luck next time. You can't catch me. You can't. You very easily can. I appreciate the effort. If Meepo can't get onto the pitch, commentary ain't coming on, bruv. It's just true. Do I want Lingard Black Cat? Yeah. Employ the dark arts, get Snape on this thing right now. I think we're already employing the dark arts to a little bit right now. Just a little bit. Not a lot. Just a little bit, you know? Squeaky butt time. Just a little bit, Ralph. A little bit. I'm sort of here like, oh. Hello, Mo Salah. Mo Salah indeed. Hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. Appreciate it. Nah, go full Voldemort, bro. No nose. Harry Potter is dead. You know? Full get the Death Eaters. Is that what I called it out? Get them out. You know? Oh, Jesse Lingard's pulled up in a not too enjoyable way there. Yellow card from Michael Oliver for Ruben Neves. But Jay Lings is holding his ankles or something. Oh, he's pulled up his. I think this is. I don't know what happens. Is it hamstring? It looks like cramp. Or something to do with his left calf. That's my medical opinion. Calf. So that bit, you know, bit behind the back of the leg, not calf, thigh. That's what I meant. Free kick. Jesse Lingard still not looking super comfortable. Hopefully it's just a bit of cramp and he can run it off, but we'll see. He's not exactly moving calmly right now. Not exactly moving calmly. 5 minutes plus stoppage time left of the match. We're in the 86th minute. Ball played into no one. Quite a waste of possession, if we're being honest about it. And Wolves can break. They look to counter-attack relatively fast. And again, it's that long ball over the top. It's scary. It's that long ball. I don't like it. They don't like it. You know what I mean? Bro, please allow me. Listen, I am a genius. Omari Cox says, you lot gonna bottle it. Good one, Omari. Banter. Just dead, bruv. Please come with something a bit more. Please. I beg of you. I sit here live for several hours. And this is the best you've got. This is your chosen king or queen. Poor. Just jokes. I'm a fan. Welcome, Emery. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. You're always welcome around here, Marie. Subscribe if you're new around here. Like the video and whatnot. You know what it's like. People come in and try and troll, so I just openly mock them. Because why not? You're always welcome, Marie Cox. By the way, it's Omari. Omari. Oh, Omari. Okay. I'm used to seeing it with an I. Sorry, apologies. Omari. Omari. Good to see you. Good to see you. What team do you like except from West Ham? Lots of teams. I like most teams. I don't really hate any team if we're being honest about it. I think disliking other football teams and having arguments with them is too much effort. It's too much effort. I like most teams. Other teams I have soft spots for. Mostly Brentford. I saw a lot of Brentford as a kid. Who else? That's a big one. It's the big one. I always like to see Arsenal do well because I was born and raised in North London. So most of my friends were Arsenal fans. So I like to see Arsenal do well. But yeah, I don't really dislike any football team, to be honest. I can't really be honest. Like for example, Millwall. They're just irrelevant. I don't really care. like if they're in the Premier League, maybe, but whatever, man. You know what I mean? Whatever. I ain't got time to hate on people. I have no disdain for Arsenal at all. I like Arsenal. I wish they were actually a good team. It's just unfortunate they're bang average. Where are we at? 89th minute. 89th minute. We're very close. Very close to finishing. Let's see what happens. They're pushing right to the end here, Wolves. But they're not horrendously, they're not dangerous. They're certainly the better of the two teams, and if there's goals going to happen, it's probably for them. But at the same time, we've got less than a minute plus stoppage time to go. Mark Noble goes down there with what can only be described as a time-wasting fall. A time-wasting fall from Mark Noble as Wolves make their final substitution. Off comes Norian, on comes Hoover. So we are in stoppage time now. There is 4 minutes of stoppage time. 4 minutes of stoppage time. What I would ask is we need to crown, with the 4 minutes of stoppage time before the review happens, we need to crown the Hammers Chat Watch Along Man of the Match. Who get your nominations in now? Who would be your man of the match? Mine is Jesse Lingard in it for me. Jesse Lingard for me. I'm sad Antonio had to go off because I thought he was having the game of his life. I was really, really happy, but it's got to be Jesse Lingard for me. He was your man of the match. Whoever has the most votes in the chat will get the Hammers Chat Watch Along Man of the Match award. What did you react when equalise Arsenal? Yeah, there's a video on the channel when you're doing it. I was very sad. I was angry. I was very angry, is the actual answer. Mark Noble, obviously. Masuaku, Neto, Jesse Lingard. Bowen missed 2 big chances. Nad, J Lings, Lingardinho, Masuaku. So Charlie, look at your phone. I will have a second. I'm currently just for copyright reasons. So give me a sec. Can we vote for you? Nah. Keep yapping. Listen, I don't stop talking. We all know this. I literally could not stop if I tried. Just non-stop talk from your boy. I'm trying to flip in, make my phone turn, and it won't do it. Because I just remember the Now TV app works in the background, doesn't it? So I can do several things at once. Lingard, Neto, your TV is 4 minutes behind ours, and I'm in Rotterdam. Yeah, I'm watching it on here. That's why. That's a banger. Bruv, it's Now TV. What else am I meant to do? I have the Now TV out. It's reloading now. Lingard. Man of match is Man United's best bench player in 2022. You hope not. Patricio. Lingard, Diop. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that, my friend. I disagree strongly with you, but I appreciate it nevertheless. Like Nori, Lingard is limping. So look, I think it's obvious. I think the chat has agreed with me. I think the most amount of people are saying it is Jesse Lingard. Well, congratulations to Jesse Lingard. An unreal performance, vital in all three of our goals, as we are coming close. Coming close. It was. I can agree with you. It was coming close to the end of the game now. Last minute stoppage time. Thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate it very much. We of course are live every single match day doing a watch along myself here. Other people join me from time to time, but it is almost certainly me. We've got the last few seconds. We have a corner to wall. So just while they set that up, thank you very much. Subscribe if you're new around here. Drop a like on the video. Of course, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/HammersChat. If you want to get involved at the beginning of the month, it's the best time to do it. Do it early. Just do it early. Is the better time for you. Bang for your buck is about that much. The review will be live in a minute, just as Geo has just posted. We thank you. We thank you for coming. Jesse Lingard is the man of the match. Make sure everyone to stick around for the review. Second, I'm just waiting for I'm waiting for the whistle at this point. I'm sitting just begging for it. begging you. Begging for the whistle now, baby. Begging you. I'm gonna stop singing now. The final score, there it is. The final whistle has blown. It's Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, West Ham United 3. Jesus Christ, we've managed to get away with it. The link in the chat is the review. Go watch it. Enjoy yourselves. Geo Gonzo will be live in just a minute. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me. Remember, subscribe if you're new around here. Drop a like on that video if you've enjoyed it. Get involved in the review. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. And we'll see you for the next game. But until then, we've actually held on, guys. We can all take a deep breath. Go and enjoy the review. Thank you. Cheers, everyone. Come on, your irons. Bye.